Yo, welcome to the TDA watch party. We are back.
Yeah, we back
Bama
on
versus
the
LSU
channel. Big game, Alabama LSU. Like John said, we're back
Yes,
for
sir.
the TDA watch party. I know a lot of you have been wanting us to come back and analyze the game, play by play, break it down throughout the game. We're back for a big matchup as LSU comes into town to take on the Crimson Tide in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Any night game. A lot of history is involved in the rivalry. I know a lot of national people are not talking about the matchup because of the season that LSU is having, but this matchup has a tradition of being a tough matchup for both squads. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight plays out.
Yeah, and they're missing players and all that, so we'll see how it goes. A lot of people are expecting a blowout, or for them to reach the point spread, which is 28.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But we got some people in the chat here. Anthony's in here. Jimmy Clay is in here. T. Roberts is in here. We got Joe in here. Who else we got? James Knox in here. Gucci Tide, what's going on? Who else we got? Jennifer Brand is in here. Raphael is in here. Gelato, what's going on? Who else we got in here? BG, what's going on? Adam is in here. Stephen Williams has just popped in the chat. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Make sure you light the chat up, man. Ready for this game. I think Bama's gonna run the score up.
Yeah. I usually don't predict the blowouts all the time.
This year is weird, so I don't know.
Yeah. This looks like this game could get out of hand. Just taking a look at the way the LSU has played this season and injuries that they are dealing with at the moment, and the clip that Alabama's offense has played at this season. If you take a look back at the games that Alabama has played, they are averaging 40 points plus each game, so it's going to be hard to stop Alabama's offense from getting to 40 points, and I don't think LSU's offense can stick with Alabama's offensive pace.
Yeah, and we got an update from Steven. Drew Sanders did participate in pregame warmups with the club on his right hand, and he looked very smooth, and he says that he is playing. We're not sure if he's going to start, but Drew Sanders is able to play today. Steven also said Kool-Aid worked opposite Jalen Armour-Davis as first-team cornerback. Joe was dressed out, but Kool-Aid was with first team, so we might see Kool-Aid, not sure.
Yeah,
those are updates from Steven.
If I'm not mistaken, someone called into Steven's show and said they might see Kool-Aid today? I'm not sure who it was. I think they did.
I think so.
I think I remember hearing that before I got onto Steven's show. If you are in the chat, you probably can come in and say
they want to see Kool-Aid.
I didn't want to see some of the other guys getting opportunity. And this is an interesting matchup for Kool-Aid to come and play alongside Jalen Armour-Davis. Possibly taking giving Josh Jobe a break, it looks like, because I don't think he's permanently taking Josh Jobe's position. But this is a great opportunity to get Kool-Aid some experience in an SEC matchup. He's one of those young guys you can really benefit from having experience heading into the postseason.
Yeah, I think maybe because LSU is missing these guys, maybe switching some stuff up, just taking the opportunity to do so. But I also know he's not, taking LSU lightly either. So I don't know. We'll see who starts, who gets out there. Quad Life says it's AJ Hall dressed. I'm not sure. I can ask Steven and see. But that would be interesting. Steven also thinks Trayshawn Holden is going to have a really good game. So that's what Steven thinks. We'll see about that. We got Coach Smook in the chat. What's going on? Raheem Christian, what's going on? We got Patty Y. J. Simpson. What's going on? Marlon Joseph. What's going on? Kizzy Stevens is in here.
Yeah, be sure to drop your score prediction as always. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think the final score will be? I think it is going to be a game where Alabama basically gets a big lead, and they are going to be able to outpace LSU's offense. I'm thinking 49-21. Some of you guys may be thinking different, but that is a score I am going to go with. It wouldn't surprise me if this game is a bit tighter because it is a rivalry. LSU wants to come to Bryant-Denny Stadium and show that they can compete with the Crimson Tide with a banged up team. I know they have their pride on their side. They are definitely going to give their best effort, which is something that we see with every team that tries to come play Alabama.
Yeah, everybody plays Alabama different, so you never know, especially this season. But they're missing a lot of people, so I don't know. We got Johnson Jefferson says, I hate LSU, but Johnson Jefferson predicts 38-28. You said what you said, 49-21?
Yeah, I said 49-21. I'm predicting a bigger blowout than a lot of people, than a lot of fans who are watching with us are predicting at the moment. That's another prediction. Johnson Jefferson 31-28. Some people are predicting a much closer game, but I think the Crimson Tide have an opportunity just based on the way LSU has played this season. I don't see them putting up that amount of points, but of course we've seen Alabama's defense struggle in the past. Hopefully they can come off this bye week and show some improvements. At the moment they are ranked number 2 in the college football playoff rankings. It looks as if Michigan State is about to lose to Purdue. If you guys can give us an update on that as well, and that will shake things up. What does that mean in you guys' mind that Michigan State is about to lose with them sitting at number 3? Does this open the door for Alabama and Georgia to get into the playoff? If Alabama wins and beats Georgia in the SEC championship game, if Alabama makes it to the SEC championship game, does that mean Alabama and Georgia are both going to the college football playoff? Does that mean that Cincinnati will finally get the respect that they feel that they deserve by pushing them up to the top 4? That would be an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. Coach Mook says Bo picks. Yeah, Auburn just took the L. Bo Nix was looking stressed out. We were just talking about it before the show. You know, he got in day one as a freshman. He's had a long career already, and he basically just got there. So
yeah,
he's stressed out. I think it was 3-17.
Yeah. It looks as if Texas A&M is going to pick up that win, strengthening Alabama's strength of schedule, as Alabama did lose against Texas A&M, but it still keeps the door open for the Aggies to make the SEC championship game if Alabama takes another L. So that is definitely something to watch. And it looks as if Michigan State is going to try to push to make a comeback against Purdue, as they just scored, making the score 27 to I think 37 or 38.
Yeah, I ain't see.
Of course, Alabama's game kicks off at 6 o'clock.
Dave Scott, what's going on? Dave Scott predicts 52-14. He says it from Sydney, Australia. Appreciate you tuning in all the way from Australia. Chris is in here. Chris says 52-17. So people think Bama's gonna run the score up.
Yeah,
Gelato says 43-23, Bama.
Yeah, it just looks as if it's going to be a combination of them getting that rest, getting a chance to re-energize, and plus they have some added motivation based on what LSU did the last time they came to Bryant-Denny Stadium. So I think they are going to definitely have that on their shoulder, and I'm pretty sure they are excited just to get back on the field again after being off.
Yeah. I don't know, definitely don't wish injuries on anyone, but if LSU takes certain injuries in certain areas, I don't know what they're going to do, because a lot of people are missing.
Yeah, they have had a problem just with depth in general. We're talking about normal depth, not even talking about talent depth. They couldn't even practice a week ago a day because they did not have enough players for
regular team
to scrimmage.
There.
That's kind of crazy when you don't have enough players to scrimmage. If you're a college football team, that's insane in a lot of different ways.
Roll Tide, what? it's crazy. I don't know what they're gonna do, but also we do have a post game call-in show. So Stephen Smith and Pat Dowd, our breaking news reporter, they will both be at the stadium, and they will do a post game call-in show. So we might not take calls on this watch party, But after the show, we will have a separate live with them, live from Bryant-Denny, doing a call-in show. You can call in, and they will do their post-game report and all that. So stay tuned for that after the watch party.
Yeah, and they will, of course, like John said, they will be live from Bryant-Denny Stadium. They will be able to paint a perfect picture of the environment of the game. Some of the things that we are not able to see on TV, they would definitely get a better view than we have at home with them being inside Bryant-Denny, inside Tuscaloosa for this night game when the Tigers are coming into Bryant-Denny. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a packed stadium because Alabama fans love coming back to Tuscaloosa. Y'all people who went to the university love coming back for this weekend in particular because it's usually a fun weekend overall, and they get an opportunity to see the LSU Tigers in Bryant-Denny, and a lot of people love to see the Tigers.
Yeah, LSU is a big rivalry. It has a different flavor than the other rivalries. I think it's just it's more heated. I don't know. It's a more heated rivalry with LSU. Steven Smith just gave an update. Says, I think Quad Life asked about Ajay Hall. Steven says, as for Ajay Hall, he was on the field before warm-ups. However, he did not go through routes with receivers. So it's good to have Steven at the game. They can see everything live. So if you have any questions for what's going on at the game, you can just ask them. Steven will do his best to answer. So because he's at the game right now. Bama is running out on the field right now.
For a big time night game. It's just, this game just feels like it should be a night game every year. It's one of those matchups that seems like it just should happen at night.
Yeah, because I think before they was talking about doing it in the morning.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. I like that. Yeah, that was 11 o'clock would have been really weird.
I guess they was planning for a week.
Yeah, 11 o'clock would have been really weird. Going to a game at 11 o'clock is just weird.
Yeah, you can't really get. I mean, you gonna be in there, but you can't get live.
You just woke up literally because you have to get to the stadium at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Some people are there at 9 o'clock.
People traveling, you gotta get up early.
Yeah,
you trying to tailgate.
Yeah, it's not no tailgate.
Well, none of them lights at night. Yeah. None of that. Yeah, I'm glad this was at night. Yeah, Ajay Hall, I don't know. I mean, that's normal, though. It's normal not to play.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith didn't play. It's the same situation. He might have a big moment like Smitty had a big moment. Just got to be patient. You're a freshman. You're a true freshman.
Yes, it's just one of those things where it's just tough for some guys who have consistently been the best player at their high school, consistently been the best players in the nation. They have consistently been told that they are one of the best wide receivers by guys like me, recruiting analysts and recruiting services, who tell these guys that they are 4-5 stars, and they don't see themselves sitting behind guys all the time, because sometimes you are doing all of the right things at practice. You are doing some amazing things at practice. Yeah, he has the resume to say that he has done some good things. Even the fans know that he has done some great things. He has potential to do things really well, but you still have guys who have experience in front of you who you cannot jump because they have that experience. They are playing really well, and I think that's kind of hard for some younger guys to deal with.
Yeah, and they're kids, man. You gotta remember, these are college kids, so you're gonna act out like, you know, a college kid, college freshman. Just want to play, and you good. You came here to Alabama. You're not playing for whatever reason, but also I think in this time the receivers aren't like, there's no really solid receivers right now that's just going in. So that probably adds on to like, put me in, give me a chance. Steven says the offense will take the field first. So we're about to see Bryce Young in this offensive line, these receivers, running back, see what they talking about.
Yeah,
of course, I think they're going to open up running unless they try to do a kind of bomb or something.
Yeah, it'd be interesting just to see how they come out.
Yeah, they might switch it up because I mean, I think they're taking into account that they're lacking players, so they might try some different stuff.
Yeah, they might come out pushing it. I think Alabama's offense has identified its identity, and I think they are going to I still predict a balanced attack, like I've been saying consistently all season long. But it'll be interesting coming off that bye week what they want to do. Maybe they want to go deep, just take that air out of the LSU team early, because like you said, it is a depleted team. They are having some struggles. They are going through a tough patch with the program in general. So you could just try to take the wind out of their sails early. So we'll see Bryce Young get on the field right now.
Is there more missing on their defense or offense? Or is
I think it's a mix, because you're missing the defense, especially the secondary, is really banged up because you're missing a couple of former 5-star guys, Sage Ryan, who Alabama was recruiting a lot in the last recruiting class. You have guys like, of course, Derek Stingley, who will not play. You also have Elias Ricks, who was a 5-star defensive back as well. The secondary is really beat up, so we may see Alabama try to take advantage of that. See this first play, see Alabama play action. Throw out throwing. Cameron Latu drops the football.
Dropped it. And somebody, that's what Johnson Jefferson just said, no drops. Just dropped the pass. I mean, that was a straight up drop.
That was a straight. Maybe he was expecting the ball to come a little bit softer, but that was just a flat drop. You got to catch those. Of course, Alabama's trying to shake off some jitters.
But you can tell the secondaries wasn't on that. Latu don't normally drop passes. Maybe he just, I don't know.
They give Brian Robinson the football here on second down. He only picked up about 2 or 3 yards. Alabama in an early third down situation on their first drive, 3rd and 8.
Naomi said, cross your fingers. What's going on, Naomi? Waylon is in here. What's up? Roll Tide and Rise Up is in here. Arthur Spear, what's going on? Sully 462.
Got your little Billingsley stretched out wide on this 3rd and 8. Bryce Young in the backfield with Brian Robinson. You have John Mechie, Slade Bowden, and Jamison Williams on the field on this 3rd and 8. LSU bringing the house almost. They're going to get to Bryce Young. He stands in the paint, delivers a strike to John Mechie. First down, Alabama. John Mechie has been really good the last couple of weeks. I know a lot of people have been giving him flack towards the beginning of the season, but like we said at the beginning of the year, this is a year for him to show that he possibly could be a 1st to 2nd round wide receiver. Alabama showing some tempo right now.
His route's getting better.
Getting it out to Jamison Williams. Nice move with the ball in his hands. Really nice move in the open field. That was a nasty move.
See, this game could look like a complete talent difference because
because they're so banged up in the secondary. It looks as if Alabama's attacking this secondary early. They have only ran the ball one time. Of course, it was in 3rd and long, so they had to pass the ball. It'll be interesting to see if they are going to run it here, more of a balanced attack. Are they going to continue to attack the secondary?
Hand it off to Jamison for a run.
Yeah,
he got the first down.
I see it trying to give Jamison Williams the ball just in space. Just give him the football and let him go to work because he's so explosive, possibly the most explosive player in college football. It looks like they're just trying to give him the football and you go to work, do what you need to do.
That was the first one. I think he got the first. Unless he was short.
I think he was big. He was 2nd and 2. He almost got there, yeah. 2nd and 2. Slade Bowden goes into motion. Slade Bowden looks he's going to hit the flat. Bryce Young standing in the pocket. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
My bad. I had the score was blank. Got it straight now. LDL Master, what's going on? Plow Jogger, what's happening?
It looks up 92. Got his hand on the football. No, 52. It's 52, looks like.
Johnson Jefferson, I know you watch anime. He's talking about Orochimaru.
We got 3rd and 2 for the Crimson Tide. LSU bringing nice way to pick up the block. Even though it wasn't the best pass, wasn't the best play by Alabama's offense overall, but Alabama's offensive line did a great job picking up the LSU blitz, seeing some improvements early from Alabama's offensive line, which has struggled at times. It looks as if Alabama's offense is going to kick a field goal on this first drive. LSU is going to stop the Crimson Tide from getting into the end zone. Nick Saban is really mad at the moment. Upset, noticeably upset.
They could have scored. I think it looks like they've been blitzing a lot.
49-yard field goal. bad. It wasn't the best snap. It wasn't the best snap. Did he get there? No, he didn't get there. That was a bad snap. The snap did not look pretty on that field goal. Alabama misses the 49-yard field goal. Will Ricker's second miss of the season, I believe. It was a bit of a longer attempt, but I don't think bad hold by Paul Tyson, bad snap.
I mean,
there was no very noticeable.
It was ready in time. I don't know. I'm not a kicker, but yeah,
it was bad hold. It was a bad. It looked like a bad hold from this jump.
Yeah, he didn't catch the ball.
He didn't catch it clean.
One thing you can't say about Ed O though. You can't say he don't be crunk, man.
Ed
O be live.
Yeah, he got a lot. And it looks as if Drew Sanders will not get the start. I expected that though, because I expected if you're going against LSU, they are a bit banged up. LSU attacking early with the play action pass.
LSU got a nice pass, and it's still the edge, man. They be getting off on the edge too much.
We got Kool-Aid McKinstry as an impact player. Kool-Aid McKinstry gets the start. A lot of people have been wanting to see him get a start in a high-key matchup. The former 5-star at Penson Valley High School, really athletic kid, guy who has shown some aggressiveness. It will be interesting to see if LSU tries to attack him knowing he's a freshman. Davis Price has been really good running the football this season. This is one of the things I felt LSU has done really well this season. They have been able to establish the run game. This will be a good test for Alabama's defensive front, which a lot of Alabama fans want to see continue to improve.
Yeah, I want to see that middle be more protective.
Yeah, going back, I see a lot of you responding to Bill O'Brien's play call on that 3rd and 2. Yeah, that looked as if it was a better chance to run the ball on that particular play. I definitely agree with that. LSU play action is gonna be a flag on a play. Will Anderson chasing him down here. Just has to throw the football away. But it was
William Anderson.
It was a flag pretty early on that one.
So you just do that. Will Anderson do that every play. That's your job.
We will try to get an update on Josh Jobe from Stephen M. Smith. Of course, he told us at the beginning of the game that Kool-Aid McKinstry was taking reps with the first group. It will be interesting to see what's going on with Josh Jobe. Are they just trying to rest him? I think he has played pretty well throughout this season. I didn't see a reason for him to be replaced. So I think it could be more of a chance to get him to rest up. But of course, it was a bye week. He had an opportunity to rest up. So
he said he was dressed out. So I don't know. Maybe just using this opportunity to take advantage and give Kool-Aid a chance.
He's going to be false start. 2nd and 12 LSU. Giving the ball back to Price. Nice run by Price. I think he picked up about 6 or 7 yards on that play. Going to be 3rd and medium for the LSU Tigers.
I'm still not sold on Henry in the middle, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Henry To'oTo'o has had some problems, especially in the pass game.
Yeah.
Second guessing himself a lot. It looks as if he's going to, or I guess he's going to play against the running back on this particular play, as LSU is in an empty set. Alabama only rushing 4. He has all day to pass the football.
That was nice pressure from the defensive line.
Yeah, they did pretty decent. Although they not get free, definitely collapse the pocket. They collapse the pocket.
They're doing good so far. Big 5.
That was a solid stop by the defense.
See, he was open.
That was a solid stop. Solid pressure from a 4-man rush.
Yeah.
They didn't get free, but they definitely collapsed the pocket.
Yeah, Helms. I don't know if that was his man. I ain't see, but
yeah, it was definitely some.
Hey, Big 5 ready, boy.
It was some busted coverage on the back end, as you guys saw on that last play.
Yeah. See, that's what I want the defensive line to do. That's what the old defensive lines used to look like.
Yeah, the old
defense. The line gonna rush. If they don't rush, the linebackers there. You can't throw because the DBs was there.
Yeah, LSU coming out fighting. It looks as if they definitely we knew that they were going to try to put up a fight in this matchup. Of course, Texas A&M is final now that they have defeated the Auburn Tigers. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. I want you guys to keep us updated on the Michigan State game. I know Michigan State was trying to make a comeback. All of those games.
I think BG said Michigan State was defeated. MS defeated. Plow jogger Phil Mathis. They called Fidarian Mathis Phil. I don't know where that nickname came from, but
yeah,
that's Fidarian Mathis. Number what is it, 48? Yeah, I don't know why they call him Big Phil.
Yeah, so we're trying to get confirmation. I think it looked as if they were going to defeat Michigan State. When we take a look at Purdue, but I definitely want to get everyone's answer in terms of what will happen now that Michigan State possibly has taken a L. Could be where Cincinnati gets the respect that they have been demanding.
29-40 was the final for Michigan State Purdue. Purdue took it.
So what are you guys thinking at home, Alabama fans? What do you guys feel Cincinnati should get into the top 4 now? Wake Forest took a loss today too, if I'm not mistaken as well. They were undefeated. They were the only one of the only other undefeated teams left. No, Georgia's still undefeated, of course.
And I'm not on the committee, but that's why people be putting Bama up. If you got a undefeated like Michigan team and a one-loss Bama, they still ranked higher. That's why, because they're playing these certain teams that just lost to Purdue. You know, Bama's not gonna lose to Purdue, and they're losing to higher caliber teams. So Tierra Lynn is in the chat. What's going on? Yeah, I think Cincinnati should.
I think it's gonna be more controversy next week. Maybe they. I guess they can't really do that because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But that'll be crazy controversy if Cincinnati is not in the top 4 at least next week. They have to be in it next week because you can't put Ohio State over them.
That's what
they have to be at the number 4 spot next week. It makes no sense in a lot of ways if they are not in that top 4 spot.
Jant Sports, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Tuskman, what's going on? But yeah, that's what I think. That was Bo Scarborough said you can't lose in November. Or December.
Yeah, that's very important in college football playoff.
You have to be penalized. Like top 4, you lost in November. I mean,
LSU with the fake jump pass. Ed O pulling out the trick plays. What a! I don't think I ever saw a punter fake the punt and throw the jump pass at the line of scrimmage. Ed O pulling out the tricks.
Ed O crump.
Ed O in his bag tonight. Whoa, where did that come from?
Something special.
Right. LSU with the punt jump pass.
Fake punt jump.
I thought he was gonna try to run it. I was like, I just know he's gonna make it. Smart play by LSU. I don't think I've ever seen a jump pass by Ed O in his bag early in the game.
That was a good little play, man.
Yeah, that was a nice design. I don't think I've ever seen a jump pass by a punter. I definitely caught Alabama off guard. I definitely felt like he was not going to make it, but he threw the jump pass.
Definitely completely.
And he's going to go out of play action pass. LSU going deep, trying to attack early. Look as they're going pass interference on Malachi Moore or DeMarco Helms.
Helms almost got that one, but they was on him.
I think it may be pass interference. It has to be pass interference and
I have to
touching something. Yeah, it looks as if somebody pulled his jersey. Did Malachi pull on it? Malachi pulled on his jersey.
He knew he was going.
Yeah, he's probably going. Yeah, that's just instincts, man. When you're a defensive back, you know if they're leaving.
You're not gonna catch a touchdown on me.
That was a.
Hey, I would have passed interference too. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a nice play by the Edo and LSU. A nice trick play.
You gotta think if you get left and they score, That's huge.
Yeah.
But if you pass interference, it's penalty. It's not in history. It's gone.
Especially in college, because it's only a 10-yard automatic first down. And of course, in the NFL is where where it happens.
NFL, I'll be way more careful.
Yeah.
It looks like a fumble. I think the play was dead though. Ed O'Cron. He's basically fired. He's still out there
acting a fool.
I mean, I respect him for that.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
definitely.
If he cares about, his depth, how that handled, I don't know. But
it's definitely an interesting situation. You don't see that. You always see the fired, parting ways, resign.
Yeah. Pete Golding giving some calls.
We see Josh Jobe on the screen. He's on the sideline with his helmet in his hand.
Pete Golding was doing this. I don't know what that means.
Brian Thomas Jr. looks like it wide open.
LSU scores first.
Brian Thomas Jr., the former 4-star wide receiver, Alabama and LSU were battling it out for him for a large portion of his recruitment. He strikes first in Bryant-Denny Stadium. He was actually in the backfield on that play. Henry Tortor did not pick him up. I don't know what he was looking at. I'm lost. I don't know Henry Tortor. I don't know if Henry Tortor didn't see him or
I don't know.
I'm not sure what Tortor was thinking about on that play.
Henry
Like I said, he has struggled against the pass. I don't know if he even saw the running back. I don't know. Yeah, I'm lost on that.
I don't know. Are you right there? That's your job. Look at the
yeah. You should have saw the running back, but it looks as if he was focused on the tight
number
wide
8,
receivers.
Wherever it was, number 8, he was focused on him.
Yeah, no one looked into the backfield and covered the running back, and miscommunication on the back end, which is something that we have seen, especially on secondary. That's usually what it comes down to, miscommunication, especially when you're that wide open.
And that's the thing, like every team plays Bama completely different. This year, you never know, because this is the year, if you want to beat Bama, this is the year you can trick them.
Yeah, and this on that play, I don't know. I don't know if I can judge Pete Golding because Henry Tortor did that. Everyone else did what they were supposed to. It looks as if everyone else picked up the guy that they had. I'm not sure whether he calls out the plays. He makes the decisions. I don't know who fault it. Nick Saban gonna know who fault it is because he's inside.
I don't think it was a bad play.
Huddle.
I think it was a bad play or bad formation. He just wasn't watching the dude.
Yeah. I don't know if we can put that on Pete Golding, that last play. Maybe you can if we find out that he called out the play and he didn't tell Henry Tortor what to do. He told him to cover the middle or not to cover the flat or not play the running back or what that decision was, but he was wide open. No one was on him.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Who else will we have to replace Henry Toto?
We got Jalen Moody. Of course, a lot of Alabama fans want to see him because he is experienced inside Alabama's defense. You have younger guys like DeMore Kennedy. Of course, Deontay Lawson has not played this season, but he has made a place on Alabama's depth chart. So you are looking at guys like that.
I want to see Deontay Lawson, man.
In terms of guys behind him. Yeah, Deontay Lawson just, especially in high school, he just looked like a natural linebacker. Like he looks as if once he stepped on the football field as a freshman, it looked as if he was just born to play the linebacker position. So he definitely has some natural linebacker movement.
Yeah. I want to see him out there. I don't know if he's ready, but I'm ready to see Deontay Lawson out there. D Pickett, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Willie351 is in here. Corey Lewis, what's going on? D Brown, what's going on? Cody Hankins is in here. James Thompson is in here. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Matt Craft, what's going on? Jay Gaming is in here. We shouting out everybody. Make sure you leave some comments if you want to chat. I mean, if you want a shout out. Leave a comment.
Jay Gaming with the straight facts. Did you see his comment?
Some of the copyright?
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube need to wake up a lot of people. Yeah. There's certain ways you can get away with it. They have things on here where you auto detect if it's your stuff.
Ed O getting his D hyped up. Ed Ogeron trying to get his team hyped up a little bit differently than what he did the last time. It was a squib kick. Jameson Williams. Why would you kick it to Jameson Williams? That may prove to be a mistake by LSU's kickoff team. Played it really well.
Gonna try everything in this game. Yeah, if you can get around auto.
Oh, what did Cincinnati lose? Oh, Cincinnati got lucky. See, that's the problem that the committee has with Cincinnati. As we are watching the replay, they may need to dominate. They may need to pick up 50-point style point wins. I know their coach said previously that he just wants to beat the next team, but
yeah,
call it disrespect. It may be a little bit of disrespect, but it looks as if the committee wants them to dominate.
And they know they're thinking about the end result. Like these teams, let's say it was Cincinnati and Bama in the national championship. I don't think they even want that. But these teams always expose themselves, and it's a clear difference in the caliber of the teams.
Whoa, what?
Looks like who was that?
Yeah, that was Darian Dalcourt. Looks as if he's headed to the sideline.
He stepped on his ankle.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope we get an update on that from Steven. What is Alabama's? I'm trying to look. Damian George. They're going to bring in Damian George, who's actually a former 3-star. I think he got bumped to a 4-star eventually, but for most of his recruitment, he was a 3-star recruit. But I think he eventually evened out to a 4-star recruit in the 2020 recruiting class, if I'm not mistaken. He is a guy from North Shore High School in Houston, Texas. Big offensive tackle. It'll be interesting. It's interesting to see him get on the field because you have all of that talent at that tackle position who you expected to possibly get on the field before him. When you take a look at Tommy Brockemeyer and also J.C. Latham. We get Damian George in the game.
I don't think the Brockemeyer is ever going to play.
Yeah, they going to play. Yeah.
Oh,
and Alabama is not going to get the first down. Looks as if Alabama is going to have to punt the ball down 7-0 against the LSU Tigers in the first quarter. The Tigers are battling it out. A lot of you guys did project a tougher matchup. Did project this is going to be a physical matchup. We saw a lot of former Alabama players. I think even Bo Scarborough and just former Alabama players in general talking to Steven over the last week saying this game is usually a physical matchup. That is something that we have consistently heard throughout the week. And the Tigers have built some momentum early.
This is real physical. This is like I don't like you type rivalry. For real.
Yeah, LSU is playing really solid at the moment. Great punt by James Burnap. Throwing down the Tigers inside the 20-yard line.
That's why I can't make predictions this year. I don't know what's gonna happen. Arthur Spear, I don't know if I shouted you out, but what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the TDA watch party. Make sure y'all check out tdawear.com. Get your fleeces, hoodies. It's getting cold now. We got fresh hoodies. They are nice, fitted, good quality. So check those out. tdawear.com. We got the guy 18. We do 18 of them things, folk.
First and 10 for the LSU Tigers. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left in the first. LSU up on the Crimson Tide, 7-0. Max Johnson in trouble, and he's going down. Christian Harris with the sack.
A lot of pressure.
That is when Christian Harris is at home for real. Like we've consistently said, he's not. Yeah. He did not play linebacker in high school. He was a defensive back. So he's probably really familiar with being in a situation where you're going to have to go one-on-one with a guy in open field, breaks down, making sure no one gets in front of him.
See, that's
nice technique by Christian Harris on that play.
That's defense. You ain't got nowhere to go. And Christian Harris, he's a Baton Rouge native.
Yeah, looks as if Alabama's going to dial up the pressure. I wonder if Malachi Moore is going to come. He's not going to come. He's going to drop back.
I like the pressure.
Was anybody over there? Are they going to call it intentional grounding? Was anybody over there?
Nobody was over there. I don't know why they didn't call it.
No, I think they can say the tight end was in that vicinity.
Edo is just so meme worthy. Polar Bear, I don't know what you said, man. Well, welcome to the chat. Got his message deleted.
I think we do have intentional. Yeah, we got intentional grounding.
Yeah. That spot was completely empty. Nobody was over there. Edo said it's effing BS. I read his lips. How is it BS?
Yeah, I think he was trying to say the tight end was over there. See, I think it was like number 80 something was over there, but it looks as if
nobody was there.
Yeah, no one.
You can say
you can say you definitely can say
been gone. Though.
Yeah, you can say that maybe. Yeah, the ball isn't even in the camera.
Hey, Edo be live though. I think he's the definitely most energetic.
Third and 18. Alabama playing down in distance, rushing 3. It looks as if Alabama's only going to rush 3 unless LSU is going to run the ball with Price.
Boom.
Will Anderson is going to make the tackle. I wonder if Alabama's going to go after this punt with LSU back deep in their own territory. Yeah, Mathis is another LSU Louisiana kid. Getting hyped for this matchup.
Hey, Math is going in, man. These people, Louisiana, especially Baton Rouge people, all they hear is LSU.
Yo, I don't think a coach has gotten as much camera time as Ed O has gotten like in this.
Yeah, they showed Nick Saban once.
Yeah, Ed O is getting a lot of camera time. You look, JoJo Earl is gonna have some space to make things work. Gonna take this past the 50-yard line. Nice return by JoJo Earl. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity to do that this season.
Nick Saban probably just walking around chilling. Ed O was over there yelling, cussing. I put the camera on him too.
Got 5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first. LSU up 7-0 over the Crimson Tide. Alabama's offense has yet to get into gear. They have gotten off of the field pretty quickly. I think it was a 3-and-out last drive, and I think they maybe picked up a couple of first down, got into LSU's territory, but missed the field goal on the first drive.
The D-line is looking nice right now.
Yeah, defensive line is looking pretty good right now at the moment. I think they have played pretty well, especially that last drive.
That's what I want to see, man. I like defensive line to do this, what they're doing now.
Yeah, because
keep it up.
LSU has not ran the ball a lot so far, but when they have ran the ball, it's only about 2 to 3 yards here. They have not been able to establish their run game at the moment. Their pass game have had some success, but it was not at the expense of a bad play by the Tide's defensive line.
Thundar, the Barbarian. Welcome to the chat. What'd you say, Polar Bear? I'm trying to see what you said. Oh, he said the offense is the problem. Yeah, secondary's not. The secondary ain't looking too hot either. So I don't know.
Yeah. Alabama's offense has yet to get established. They are not on the scoreboard. Like I said, those first 2 drives were not the best drives for Alabama, especially that last drive. Basically a 3-and-out.
Yeah.
And it looks as if they are passing the ball a little bit more in the earlier stage of this game. Maybe they try to run it a little bit more here.
Yeah, B-Rob hasn't got a lot of yards either. So yeah, the offense has not done anything yet.
Yeah.
Basically.
Outside of that first drive, they did build some momentum. That first drive was solid. It just didn't end because they missed the field goal because of a bad hold.
Yeah, them missed the field goal too. So Tom Graining, welcome to the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. This is Touchdown Alabama. If you're new, consider subscribing. We do watch parties every Saturday for these games, these Alabama games. We also have a post-game call-in show tonight after the game. So stay tuned for that. We'll have a separate live with our writers, Stephen M. Smith, which is the host of In My Own Words on this channel, and Patrick Dowd, our breaking news reporter. So stay tuned for that. Right after the game, we will have that. They are at the game currently. They're live. They're seeing everything live from the press box. So they will have a up close view of what's going on down there, give a post game analysis, and you can call in and give your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, you guys can definitely call in to chat with Steven and Pat. Going off what John said, they will have the full breakdown exactly what they saw from the press box inside Brian Denny. So be sure to check out that. We'll continue to have coverage after the game throughout the night, just on our website and on our YouTube page. Be sure to check out Nick Saban's press conference after the game as well, along with the players' press conference and along with just a couple of other post-game content that we will have throughout the conclusion of this one. Yeah, it looks as if they came out running the football.
Looks like they can't get runs off either.
Yeah, Damian George is still on the field for the Crimson Tide. Damian George still at right tackle.
You'll probably get an update on.
Yeah, Bryce Young is in trouble. Spins back.
Bryce Young in pressure.
I think he's gonna run it.
Offensive line came back to protect him.
What a play by Bryce Young.
What
a nice play to move around.
He got back to his offensive line.
Yeah, that offensive line pulled some great blocks when he turned back and crossed field. Look at 92 and 53. Watch the offensive line. Yeah, that was a nice play by the offensive line to adjust to him running around. Nice play by Alabama's offensive line when Bryce Young was in trouble, getting the ball back on the ground, getting it to Brian Robinson. Alabama has yet to establish its running game. Cameron Latu looks to be on the sideline, looks to be shaken up as well.
I didn't see what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are going to show the replay, but Latu looks to be down at the moment.
We got Billingsley. So might see Billingsley here, depending on.
Billingsley is back in the game already. Alabama, Bryce Young.
Nice catch by Jameson Williams.
Nice moves by James Williams in the open field, but nice play by Dwight McLaughlin. Well, he was a highly rated defensive back in his recruiting class as well. He looks to be shaken up, and I don't think LSU can afford to have too many problems in their secondary, but he was one highly recruited defensive backs in recent recruiting class, Dwight McLaughlin. Nice play by him to not let that move get away from him with how explosive Jameson Williams is.
Like he twists his body, twists something.
Yeah. That was a very challenging play for him to stop. But 3rd and 9, 3rd and long for the Crimson Tide, facing another down and distance type of play on the offensive side of football. They are not going to get the ball off. Timeout, delay of game. I'm pretty sure Nick Saban called timeout. Yeah, Nick Saban rally. He's mad when he has to call the timeout. He didn't get it in time. I'm surprised. Damn. Did he get it in time? Wait, the head referee is not sure. But Nick Saban rarely lets it get a delay of game call. Like, I think he's a magician in terms of how fast he can do it. Like, he gets a feeling of when to do it. He rarely lets it happen. Yeah, the defense is really banged up, and you see the graphic. We talked about how banged up the secondary is. Derek Stingley, Sage Ryan, Major Burns, Cordell Flout, and Elias Ricks, all in the secondary. You're missing 5 secondary players. You are missing your entire secondary because they're injured.
That's crazy.
3rd and 14, Alabama down the distance. LSU dialing up the pressure, and they are going to get home on Bryce Young.
Mike Jones.
LSU's defense is putting up a very good effort early in this game. Alabama is struggling to establish the run. They are facing 3rd and long. You cannot face 3rd and long too many times. It's hard to consistently get over 3rd and long down the distance. Yeah, he got around Brian Robinson. It was a blitz. LSU dotting up the blitz. LSU's defense is playing really good at the moment, despite being banged up, despite having so many injuries on their side of football. Another flag is down. Yeah, Alabama has 12 in the formation. A lot of mishaps, a lot of different things are going on with Alabama,
Man.
which is a bit uncharacteristic in terms of Alabama's defense in the past, coming off of a bye week.
That boy named Mike Jones. Mike Jones. Bama has well, we can see if they're gonna score, but they have not scored in the first quarter.
They have not scored in the first quarter. It looks as if it may be hard for them to score in the first quarter, 'cause I'm pretty sure LSU's offense may have possession. So where is this ball going to be spotted? Get an update. Tennessee and Kentucky, just a matchup to look at. Tennessee continues
First
to
quarter.
get better.
14-7 Kentucky.
Arkansas picked up the win. Of course, Alabama has yet to play the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Man,
Alabama's
I don't know
offensive
what's going
line
on.
has played good at times, but yeah, it's some struggles going on. Alabama's offense as a whole, it's a lot to talk about in terms of the way Alabama's offense is struggling through this first quarter.
Is it their offense? Or
Yeah, I
LSU
think
defense
LSU's
that's
defense has played good at times. Specifically, we saw Dwight McLaughlin make that great play on Jameson Williams. Just a nice play in the open field against an explosive wide receiver. We see LSU is dialing up the pressure, but we've seen Alabama's offensive line play good at times, especially when the play broke down. We saw them continue to make plays and continue to block for Bryce. When the play broke down, Bryce kept his eyes downfield. Will Anderson makes a great play.
Willie.
Alabama's defensive front is playing solid this game.
Both teams' defense, I mean, it looked like a
Yeah, it looks like an old school
defensive
LSU Alabama matchup. Like we
Yeah.
said, this game has a lot of tradition, a lot of history, known to be a physical matchup. Former Alabama players have been saying this throughout the week.
Yeah.
This is a physical game, a physical matchup. The team who is the most physical wins. And it looks as if all of those records, everything that you do, which is something we see in rivalry games, get thrown out of the window.
Yep.
And it's just, what you going to do tonight? Christian Harris coming on the blitz.
ooh
Big hit. Big hit. I think it was
Max
Henry Toa.
Johnson
Toa
got
delivered
tore
I'm not sure who it was. It looks as if Henry Toa delivered a big hit on Max Johnson. The delayed blitz by the California native. We saw Christian Harris coming on the blitz. It looks as if Christian Harris was going to get him. We see Henry Toa. See the opening delivers a big hit on Max Johnson. A big play by Henry Toa on the delayed blitz.
It does look like an old school Bama LSU game. It might be a low scoring game.
Yeah, big play by Henry Toa on that delayed blitz. A nice play dialed up by Pete Golding. I know we give Pete Golding a lot of people give Pete Golding a lot of flack, but
give Pete his props,
that was a
man.
nice play. JoJo Earl,
Oh.
yeah, it is a dangerous play to catch a punt
he
return at
should've-
times as he
should've
took a
weighed
big
that
hit trying to make a play. But Alabama football is going to get the ball back in the first quarter, it looks like.
Second quarter. Yeah, Bama did not score in the first quarter. It's looking like a defensive game.
I see Corey Lewis, where is Drew Sanders? He is expected to play. He did suit up. He's not starting. Dallas Turner, the freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is starting as outside linebacker, but Drew Sanders is dressed out. He's not played yet.
Yeah, Drew Sanders is ready to play. He's able to play. We haven't seen him yet, but
We
might
see
him.
LSU is dialing up the blitz.
Oh,
LSU is dialing up the blitz and having a lot of success, which is something Texas A&M had a lot of success with, getting pressure on Bryce Young, which is one of the reasons that Alabama's offense struggled early on against the Aggies, was the pressure that A&M was able to get on
blitzing hard.
Alabama. Of course, A&M did not really have to send that many blitz because they could possibly have the best defensive line in the nation. But you take a look at LSU, they're dialing up some blitzes that are getting to Bryce Young. And Alabama's throwing the football a lot.
They've been blitzing a lot. Dang.
Yeah, Bryce Young is not throwing the ball really good at the moment. which is something we have seen this wide receiver group do at times. They are struggling
They can't get
to
open.
great separation, but Bryce Young is not throwing the best passes at the moment, which goes back to why you would see a guy like A.J. Hall say, I am frustrated because I can't get on the field, and these guys in front of me are not game breakers, game changers.
Put me out there, and he tweet me, I'm out.
Yeah, not the best play by Bryce. It looks as if he's, I wouldn't say shell shocked, but he's trying to get the ball out. And LSU's going to dial up the pressure. It's third down. Surprisingly, they dropped out the pressure. They took guys off. They rushed 4. Bryce Young's going to keep it. He's going to get the first down. Nice run by Bryce. He may need to do that. Bryce Young may need to do that to just throw this defense off balance because they are dialing up the pressure, getting up the field pretty early. Use that to your advantage. We saw LSU defensive line get up the field on that play. We saw Bryce Young escape out of a bad situation and get the first down. End of the first quarter, Alabama down 7-0 to the LSU Tigers.
Homegrown Cowboy, welcome to the chat. What's going on? Deborah, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. El Hombre, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Kelvin, what's going on? Kelvin says trash football. Welcome to the TDA Watch Party. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's 7-0 right now. LSU is up. Bama did not score in the first quarter, which you don't see that too often. It's looking like a defensive game. I like the defensive games. They more alive to me. But this is looking like an old school LSU Bama game, as Justin said. Like it's defensive right now. Bama offense can't really get nothing going. LSU can't either really. See Kennedy 309, what's going on? Interested to see how this game is going because it's looking like it might be a low scoring game, but ain't no telling with this season. I don't know. Stuff happening.
Alabama's offense has shown that they can wake up and just rattle off 30 to 40 points. So
anything can happen.
This game could look totally different by the fourth quarter. But LSU's defense, I think you have to give them some credit in their defense coordinator, their game plan. They have had 2 weeks to get ready for this game, and if you had an opportunity and if you wanted to see how to stop Alabama's offense or possibly slow them down, because like I said, they averaged 40 points plus a game. A team that slowed them down was the team that beat them in Texas A&M. If you go back to that game, the Aggies had success by getting pressure on Bryce Young. LSU using that same formula, trying to create some pressure on Young. And when this happens, it looks a lot like that Texas A&M game in terms of Alabama not running the football, passing the football a lot, but not having a lot of success because they are dialing up the pressure.
Now I wonder if you have 2 weeks off, but is 2 weeks too much time? I wonder if the players would rather play someone just from a week span of time versus 2 weeks. Yeah, you got more time, to work on stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, bye weeks are definitely about how you approach them. And Nick, like Nick Saban said in his press conference on Monday, he liked the way that they played during the bye week. He said that they showed some good energy during those on practices. Of course, sometimes it's hard to pick up the energy during the off week because you don't have an opponent. You're not hype as you would be if you had an opponent that weekend. And
then I definitely didn't expect LSU defense to be like this. There's also other factors.
LSU is pretty banged up. This is a depleted LSU defense, but they are having a lot of success against Alabama's offense at the moment. Outside of the first drive, Alabama's offense has stalled out basically on every drive after that. Of course, they missed a field goal on the opening drive.
Their defense looking better than when they had the people. High Power TV, what's going on? Got Javarius Cole. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, LSU had a bye week as well. They both had 2 weeks. But according to Coach Ed O, he said they couldn't do a lot in practice over the bye week.
It's going to be another flag.
Missing people.
Look as if it's going to be on Alabama. False start on the Crimson Tide. A lot of mental errors, which is something Nick Saban hates. They probably going to put the camera on him right now just to see him go crazy.
Dalcourt has a lower leg injury. He said he's likely out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it looks as if Alabama is going to lose a guy who has been good at center for them for the most part during this season. Moving Chris Owens back to the center position. Moving Damian George to the right tackle position. The sophomore out of North Shore High School in Houston, Texas, holding his own at that right tackle position.
John Mechie.
But nice catch by John Mechie. And what I've seen when I've been focusing on Damian George at that right tackle position, as you guys can see on that replay, he's looking really good right there. He's a big body, 6'7" guy. Long tackle, prototypical size for that position.
Yeah, I think Damian George solid.
Alabama is going to dial up the blitz. Brian Robinson is going to pick up the first down. LSU rushing, looks as if they was rushing 5 to 6 guys at last play, but Alabama still was able to pick up the first down on a Brian Robinson run.
LSU defense has been stopping the run very well this game.
Yeah, Chris Owens is at center now. Of course, he's one of those super seniors, I think, which is something we have seen a lot of people say. But he's at center for Alabama. You have Damian George, the sophomore out of North Shore High School at right tackle, replacing Chris Owens at tackle with them moving to center. Bryce Young is going to fumble the snap. Working with Owens basically for the first time this season. But he fumbled the snap. Have to get back adjusted.
I was gonna say I don't like Chris Owens on the end, but you messing up snaps now. Come on, man. He's Shaqtin' the fool. Boing. I mean, he haven't played center in a minute. He just had to knock some rust off.
Yeah, LSU is tackling really good at the moment. They are not letting Alabama get much after the catch. And that's where Jameson Williams is the most dangerous. And LSU is tackling really well, specifically on the Missouri native.
So they can get this first down.
Yeah, Alabama has struggled on third down so far this game. 3rd and 2 for the Crimson Tide. Slade Bolden and Wildcat, which is something we haven't seen this season. He's going to keep it on the read option. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to get a yard. Alabama continues to struggle on first down. I think my grandma could have read that read option.
Yeah, people in the chat saying it's a bad call.
Yeah, it was a Slade cat. 8 stayed at home. And 18 just blowed the play up. No one was fooled. No one was fooled by the read option.
Slade cat.
Yeah, and we're going back to Bryce Young, 4th and 2. LSU bringing the house. I think LSU rushing 8. I think they're not going to rush 8, but it's showing that they are rushing about 8 people right now. I don't know if LSU is going to rush 8 people. I think they're going to drop. They rushed the whole 8.
Ooh.
They almost got home. I think LSU rushed their whole defense besides 3 players. Alabama is going to turn the ball over on downs, continue to struggle on the offensive side of football. The Crimson Tide down 7-0 to LSU. 11:55 left in the second quarter. I expect a lot of people are changing their channels to watch this game now. It's getting really interesting. LSU sent the house on that play. I thought they were maybe going to.
It looked like Madden. Real talk. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. That's why I don't know what's gonna happen this year. Like everything the opposite always happens of what you expect.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the play calling. They might should have just ran the football in a normal set. Probably put the I formation and put Robbie Oops in the game. But of course, hindsight is always 2020. But taking a look at those last couple of plays, LSU's defense and LSU's game plan, LSU's defensive coordinator, and the game plan that Ed Orgeron and their staff has put together has been really effective through through a quarter and a third of a quarter.
People thought LSU's defense was going to get ran over because they're missing like 8 people, but this defense is going ham.
Yeah.
Most of the secondary. I don't think the secondary has had to work for real.
Yeah, they haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. When your defensive line and your coach are calling up great plays, you are getting pressure, creating pressure. It takes a lot of pressure off of the secondary for LSU.
Maybe Edo specifically, try to work on that. Like defensive line, you got to step up. What's the comment I was looking for? Fat Mac, what's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, I think Brian Robinson needs some more carries to get established. I don't feel he has gotten enough carries to get Alabama's offensive rushing attack established.
Nah. Polar Bear says, bro, this season is over. We just aren't that good. I'm sorry if you can't accept that. Hey, man. That's Polar Bear. Wise words from Polar Bear right there. He said the season's over.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions going on with this offense right now. Yeah, and you can really point your fingers at every aspect of it. You can point your fingers at the wide receivers not being able to do anything after the catch. You can say that LSU's, like I said, that last drive, their defensive backs, the secondaries are making tackles. They're doing really good in space at the next level. They're dialing up great blitzes, and Alabama's offensive line, just their offense in general, have not been able to adjust. Maybe we need to see Bryce run the ball a little bit more in situations where LSU's offense is rushing up the field so fast, use the aggressiveness against them. It's one of those adjustments that Alabama's going to have to adjust to. Yeah. Get motivated or something on the offensive side of football because they are struggling at the moment.
They're going to have to switch something up for sure. Dazon, I don't know if I pronounced it right. Welcome to the chat. PX, welcome to the chat. What's going on?
Your homegrown Cowboy with a nice suggestion. Why don't Alabama use their tight ends to more of that seam route?
Yeah.
That run the middle route, seam route, a route similar to that to counter the blitz because LSU is stacking up the pressure. And something that was interesting is that Bill O'Brien is a big fan of the seam route. I remember in a recent interview, Cameron Latou said that Bill O'Brien just jokingly told him like he created the seam route, so he's a fan of it. So maybe we see that down the line.
He was using Latou though. He was using him, but he got hurt. Hasn't really been using tight ends since then.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2nd and 9. LSU's going to run the football. That's probably LSU's biggest run of the night. Alabama's defense has played good through one quarter, solid. Probably not the best at times, but they have played pretty solid. It's gonna be. LSU is going to play with a little bit more of a tempo type of style on that last drive. On that last play, picking up the first down. 1st and 10 for LSU.
Mardavius Thomas, welcome to the chat. Diane Lowry, welcome to the chat. Drewski, welcome to the chat. Zolan, welcome to the chat. Carlos Creek, welcome to the chat.
LSU is playing tough. That's why Alabama, Byron Young gets
nice pressure by Byron Young.
Nice pressure by Byron Young. Young shows flashes of how good he can be. If he can consistently play to the level that we see at times, we could see him turn the corner as Alabama continues to look for a dominant interior defensive lineman, a guy who can be a game changer.
Yeah. They're finally showing Nick Saban.
Yeah, I think the defense has played solid so far. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
I don't think Phil Matthews.
It's interesting to see how they use Brian Thomas. You rally number 11 for LSU. Big play by Will Anderson. Nice. A big tackle for loss. Alabama's defensive line is starting to step up and continuing to play good throughout this first quarter, throughout this first half, as Will Anderson makes a big tackle for loss.
Yeah, man, it's looking like neither team can do anything on offense.
Jesse Rupp, he just demolishes the whole play.
Yeah, he stopped the whole play.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's interesting to see the way that LSU is using Brian Thomas, just moving them all over the field. You don't see he's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". You don't see those guys being moved around like that. Gonna get rid of the ball pretty quickly. Give it to Brian Thomas, the 6'4" wide receiver is going to get stopped. Alabama's defense playing really good in the secondary.
They're playing super physical.
Yeah, the defense is starting to feel itself, and Alabama looks as if they will rely on their defense. Actually, doing my analysis and just taking a look at some of the key insights into this matchup, I said Alabama would not have to depend on their defense because their offense should be able to outpace LSU's offense because they do not have an explosive offense. Alabama's offense is averaging 40-plus points a game, but not tonight. Yeah, LSU's defense is stepping up.
I think the mindset of physical just helps you play better defensively. I think that's why past defenses did so well because there was just physical every game. Yeah. But this game is more physical than the other games, so they're playing differently.
Yeah, they're definitely
playing more aggressive.
Yeah, they're playing physically. Yeah, they are playing a lot with a lot of physicality, especially the defensive front. Yeah,
getting more done. Appreciate y'all joining. Eric Thomas, what's going on? It's a T-Day watch party. Like I said before, make sure y'all stay tuned. Tonight we will have a post-game call-in show with our own Stephen M. Smith and Patrick Dowd. After the game, you can call in, give your thoughts. They will give their post-game analysis, which they are at the game now at Bryant-Denny Stadium in the practice box. Touchdown Alabama is a credential media. So we are in the press box right now watching the game live. So make sure you stick around for that. It'll be a separate live when they come on. And we will also have the Nick Saban presser uploaded as soon as he's done speaking tonight. Bill from New York, he says, hello folks, what the is going on here? Hey man, I don't know.
Yeah, and I know Bill is a big fan of defense. He's a big fan of Alabama's defense and some of their top players. Alabama's defense has shown some potential tonight. It has shown some growth, some improvements as they steadily try to improve. They are showing some aggressiveness tonight. Surprisingly, Alabama's offense is struggling at the moment, establishing the run game, establishing the pass game, just staying out of third and long situations, and even converting third and short.
Yeah, this is definitely a defensive game. I like it. I like these defensive games.
Yes, it's definitely a change of pace. It is a nice change of pace.
It's more entertaining. Like if you scoring all the time versus defensive stops all the time, I think defensive stops are more exciting to me.
Yeah, especially now because you rarely get a chance
to
you don't
see it
now.
No more. That's probably it, really. Yeah. It's just it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
I just tongue tied myself. But that's what I like to see.
Yeah, and I think even though LSU they're banged up, LSU recruits really well. They consistently battle it out with the Crimson Tide on the recruiting trail, which is why usually this is a huge recruiting weekend for whoever is the host and whoever is the home team. And this rivalry goes back a long time in terms of them battling it out on the field and on the recruiting trail. So yeah, so LSU, yeah. I think they designed a graphic to be like that, but it wasn't the best. I think that may be the worst graphic I've seen ESPN.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a green screen situation.
Yeah,
got stuck on the side. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, 8:58 left in the second. 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Bryce Young at quarterback. Looks as if they have Roydell Williams at quarterback, but they're going to throw the ball to the fact that John Mechie let him pick up 6 or 7 yards on that play.
He's about to do his hop step. I mean, his stutters.
LSU continues to dial up the blitz. Alabama looks as if they are going to try that
Mechie
quick
first
pass
down.
game, getting the ball
Yeah.
out to their playmakers with strings and just hitting them on flat routes, trying to get the ball out of Bryce Young's hand quickly because LSU is continuing to bring as many people as they can.
That was good though.
And Alabama's also in a set where they are using Cameron Latou as more of a blocker, I feel, trying to add another blocker and also using their running back. Getting the ball to Roydell Williams, showing nice patience on that play.
Yeah, right. Nice run by Roydell.
You'll see the opening and
I
explode.
think that was
through
the best run so far.
Yeah,
for
that's
Bama.
what I was about to say. Yeah, I think that's a really nice run.
B-Rob has not been able to really break out yet.
It looks as if they are going to look as if Alabama is going to stick with the Roydell Williams as its running back. They got Bryce Young at quarterback, of course, in the backfield with Roydell Williams. You have Slade Bolden, John Mechie, and Jameson Williams out wide. It's going to be a fake jet sweep. Alabama's going to get out to John Mechie. Mechie, nice play after
Another
the
first
catch.
down by Mechie.
Another first down by John Mechie. LSU gets away with a bit of a hit on his head at the end of the play. I don't know if they're going to show it, but like the LSU, somebody hit him on the head. Yeah, I think they...
Bing. Man, they should have called that, man. It's tech.
Get him out of here.
The offense is looking better this drive.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit better. I'm giving it to Roydell Williams. He's going to pick up 2 to 3 yards. I have been impressed with Damian George so far.
Yeah.
He has not given up a sack, of course.
Why?
Alabama, because Alabama has struggled at right tackle.
Yeah. Damian George wide. Tribe, what's going on?
Second and 8. LSU looks as if they are just going to rush 4. It looks as if they are calming down on the blitz on this play. Maybe they will rush another linebacker. Maybe he will come. I think they're going to rush 5. They did rush 5. Getting it out to Roydell Williams in the flat. Open. Nice play by Williams. He's going to stumble a little bit, but he's going to get the ball down to the 25-yard line for the Crimson Tide. Nice catch out of the backfield by Roydell Williams. Alabama using the fact that I think that inside linebacker is going to blitz. He's blitzed, number 18 blitz, and it was wide open. I sort of felt that LSU was going to dial the blitz a little bit more that play. We see Roydell Williams go out to the flat and catch the football. See Bill O'Brien and Alabama's offense taking advantage of the aggressiveness of LSU's defense here.
Offense is finally moving the ball. Sean Michael, what's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, the combination of Roydell Williams and Jason McClellan, both of them are going to be complete backs who are going to be able to do everything, catching the ball out of the backfield, just do everything they need to do at the collegiate level, because both did it a lot at the high school level. You see Jason McClellan at Aledo High School in Texas was one of the most productive high school running backs in Texas football history. Even Roydell Williams at Hueytown High School. Hueytown had him doing everything for their offense, and anything and everything. Even playing some defense at defensive end, catching the ball out of the backfield, lining up at wide receiver. That combination is going to be a complete back type of rotation. See Bryce Young dropping back on this next play. He's going to take a shot at end zone. John Mechie was unable to pull in a tough pass. A nice design by Bill O'Brien. I don't know if that was a delay route or what exactly that play was, what the play call was. Maybe we can see the replay.
That was a nice play. I think he threw it a little over. What kind of just bounced off his hand?
It would have been a tough catch. Yeah. It would have been a tough catch for Mechie. Gonna get it back to Brian Robinson. He's gonna have another big run for Alabama on his drive, but a flag on the play. Could be holding on the Crimson Tide. Holding on Cameron Latou, according to the head ref.
Well, Cameron Latou got banged up earlier. He's back in there.
Yeah, that stalls out a drive. Mental errors with those penalties, and you have drop passes, throws off your momentum. Drive killers.
Yeah, straight up holding.
Yeah, that was straight up holding. Yeah, that was straight up holding. Gonna be 2nd and 20 for the Crimson Tide. He couldn't get away with it. LSU only rushing 3 on that play. Jameson Williams showing some toughness. Nice. We used to him being explosive and fast, but he running over guys on that play, showing some toughness, continuing to battle for extra yards after the play. Jameson Williams is going to pick up a first down for the Crimson Tide.
O-line look really nice.
Giving it out to John Mechie. John Mechie going to work. Yeah, these guys are just fighting for extra yards at the moment. Alabama getting the ball out to their wide receivers, their playmakers in space, trying to use LSU's aggressiveness to their advantage.
See, that's what I'm getting. Like, now, offensive line looking good. It just, I guess, you got to adjust. And
you got to, because LSU was dialing up the blitz, having a lot of success, and your offense had no choice but to play slow in 3rd and long situations. Now you see LSU players, hands on the hips, breathing heavily now. You get a guy like Brian Robinson, he's going to be hard to tackle anyway, but when he's a bowling ball and they're going to still continue to push it. Now LSU has their hands on the hips. They are breathing hard on the defensive side of football. Going to be 3rd down for the Crimson Tide.
That's what Rocky Balboa did, man. He fought Mr. T. You just tired him out.
He's
on silent.
Oh my God. Gonna be 3rd and 1 for the Crimson Tide.
Mr. T was so tired.
Alabama trying to get on the board. Who expected the Crimson Tide to be trying to get on the board in the 2nd quarter with 3 minutes left? Big on big. Robbie Oops in the game for the Crimson Tide. Oops throws a great block, but Robinson's going to go the other way.
Oops.
Alabama with his heavy set.
Man, Oops does great blocking, man. Every time Robbie Oops get in there, it's just something good happens.
Yeah, see LSU defense looks a bit tired now.
Kendall Randolph.
Yeah, Alabama is in his heavy set. Maybe Oops is going to be a lead blocker now. Put him at the fullback position. No, but Oops is going to go to the right side of the field. Because if Alabama is going to get in for the touchdown here. With Brian Robinson.
Boom.
Touchdown. An old school score. Well, it looks like an old school game.
We're watching, what is it, satellite?
Yeah.
The app.
Yeah, it is.
We're watching on ESPN app, so we're a little behind. Plus the slight delay from the stream, so our stream is a little late.
Yeah, Alabama had an old school drive, and what John has been calling an old school game with the old school score. The Crimson Tide had the ball for 6 minutes and 6 seconds on that drive.
Nice score.
7-7 for the Crimson Tide and LSU.
Hey, this might be. Well, I don't know. The offense is looking.
Yeah,
like it's back
Alabama's
now.
offense.
So,
it looks as if they.
I was thinking
made
it's
some
gonna be
adjustments.
Low scoring game, or not like 50s.
It's gonna be hard for Alabama to get to possibly 40. Maybe this may be a 30-point game tonight.
Yeah.
If they are able to continue to establish some success on offense. Their defense has played pretty solid.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the second half. You don't know nowadays. But I'm thinking that LSU will their aggression and stuff will die down. That's what I'm thinking. I think they had a first half push that was real hyped up. But I don't know about the second half. But we also said it about who's that? Florida. They was looking tired in the second half. Or Texas A&M. I forgot.
Florida probably.
But yeah,
because they made a comeback.
Yeah. So I don't know. But shout out to Steven Williams for the $5. Said, John, I'm here for the touchdown dance. Stop slipping. I don't know what the dance is. They're saying I was doing the touchdown dance. I forgot what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know you usually play the
I gotta play the music. Well, I played it, but I forgot what I was doing. If I remember, I do the touchdown dance. El hombre says Young is garbage. Zachary, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. JN91B14007. Welcome to the chat. Loving the name there. Roscoe Ruby, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. It's a TDA watch party. We are in here for every Bama game. So make sure you tune back in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out tdawear.com. We have fleeces, hoodies, long sleeve tees. We got short sleeve. Everything you need is getting cold. Get those hoodies in. They're really good quality. Nice fitted. Got 18 of them things. Folk hoodies. And we got touchdown. I love hearing touchdown Alabama hoodies. We got 18. We do hoodies with all the championships on the back. So check those out. tdawear.com.
It'd be interesting to see if what LSU does. I think LSU, if I'm Ed Orgeron and LSU's coaching staff, their offensive coaching staff, but Alabama does have 3 timeout left. It'd be interesting to see how they play. But if I'm LSU, I'm trying to get out this half. I'm running the ball. I'm trying to get to the second half. They get the ball back as well. I think Alabama got the ball first. LSU is going to get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. If I'm Ed Orgeron, I'm trying to run the clock out there. We are going to halftime with the 7-7 if I am LSU.
Also, shout out to Gucci Tide for the $5. It says another vote for the dance. Justin got a dance too. I don't know what the dance is. I guess we got to make something up. I don't know.
You got to like Alabama players. I know a lot of reporters just have been asking where do they get their touchdown celebration from. They do it in the moment. I guess we got to do it in the moment.
I was doing something. I think it's like that, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, at halftime, we're going to be taking a break at halftime. So we'll be back after halftime when halftime does come up. Like I said, we have the post-game show after the game with Stephen M. Smith and Patrick Dowd. And you can call in. We have a whole dedicated post-game separate live show with post-game analysis. And you can call in and give your thoughts. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, like he said, they're going to be reporting close to Bryant-Denny Stadium, so you get to see the rush of the what happens after the game. Of course, it's still a night game for Alabama LSU. Like I said, at the top of our live, this is usually just a live weekend in terms of fans. Alabama fans, LSU fans want to get to Tuscaloosa because LSU is coming to town. It's usually a pretty exciting weekend in general. Regardless of the record and how each team is playing coming into this matchup, it looks as if just with this being a rivalry, that is the identity this matchup has taken throughout all of the records, throughout everything that you have done before. Just come out and play physical and have a physical football game, and that's what we have seen through the first half so far.
I love the physicality from the defense. Need to keep that up. Keep this energy up.
Yeah, that's something I'm sort of surprised YouTube does not have. I saw someone coming and
say I agree with you, D Brown.
Yeah, I'm surprised that YouTube doesn't allow gifs in the live chat. I think every social media site or site usually allows gifts.
See, I say GIFs. People say gifts. I call them GIFs.
Yeah, I think I started off calling them GIFs.
Gifts. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
But
is it technically a word?
I was thinking the other day, I wish you can use GIFs on Facebook statuses, but you can't, which is weird. Maybe they'll do it later on.
Yeah. You got the Spider-Man, Miles Morales. That Jason. They got Jason Taylor in the crowd. They didn't. I see that Kirk Herbstreit. They didn't say anything about him, but a former NFL defensive end, Jason Taylor, the camera just showed him most likely in town with his son, who is a recruit, who is committed at the moment to LSU. I believe he is committed to LSU. He's a tight end in the 2023 recruiting class. I'm pretty sure he is.
Man, imagine working when you already fired.
Yo, he paid pretty well. Speaking of Ed Ogeron, he's paid.
Yeah. I'm sure he understands the situation. So he's not, not gonna be petty and not do his job.
Yeah, Alabama's defense has really stepped up this game so far.
Yeah.
Maybe Alabama will call a timeout right here.
Timeout.
Yeah, I don't think they call a timeout. I think Alabama's going to let LSU run this play. Keep your 3 timeouts, and you can pretty much get a pretty successful 2-minute drill with the 1 minute and possibly, I don't know, 15 seconds left. If you can get a stop. Getting a stop is the first step. Alabama's defensive line trying to dial up the pressure, and it's going to be Jalen Norman Davis going to pick the ball off.
Got it.
Nice concentration off the tip pass by Jalen Norman Davis. Crimson Tide are going to take the ball over in good field position to close out the half. Critical stop.
Nice.
We heard Alabama's defense consistently say they want to create turnovers. They struggled to create turnovers so far. Alabama's defensive line creating some pressure, trying to collapse the pocket. Great coverage. Christian Harris in his natural position, like we said, going back to those defensive back roots. He played defensive back throughout high school at University Lab High School. Of course, he's a Louisiana kid, so he can live off of that a little bit. But great coverage by Christian Harris.
And I think Steven predicted 3 picks, 3 interceptions this game. So we'll see.
Yeah, great play by Harris. I think he feels at home just playing coverage one-on-one with that defensive background that he possesses. We see Jameson Williams just playing with a lot of toughness now. We used to see him being more of a finesse type of guy, get the football, trying to make those nasty moves, but it looks as if he's just trying to get up the field. Maybe that was the message to them on the sideline. Hey, stop trying to make guys miss. Just get up the field. Catch the ball, get up the field. Jameson Williams with a great catch. Looks as if it's going to be pass interference. Crazy play. I'm pretty sure that ball was headed to Cameron LaTue, but Jameson Williams pulls it in with one hand.
Jameson Williams is playing very hard this game.
Y'all Slade Bolden. Get into Slade Bolden hands. And Jameson Williams comes in with pulls it in with one hand and tips it in with one hand and grabs it in with 2 hands. It's going to be holding on Dwight McLaughlin. Alabama is going to decline that. Great catch by Jameson Williams, playing with a lot of intensity. Those last couple of
Coach Smoo said Bolden need to get out the way, bro.
Yeah. I'm when I go back and look at that play, I'm not sure who the ball was intended for. It maybe was intended for Jameson Williams because it does look as if Bryce Young was throwing more of the corner route.
Yeah,
and Slade Bolden just happened to be underneath. Looked as if he was going to do an out route up under the corner. Alabama has thrown the ball each play this drive. We have not seen a single run. Of course, they are battling the clock.
Yeah.
And LSU has a player down at the moment.
Get that LSU player down. About to see if we can Bama can score right here.
I know his play is going unnoticed because you usually don't notice offensive linemen until they make a mistake a lot of times. But Damian George is holding down that right tackle. Whoever number 8 is on LSU, I'm not really familiar with him, but Damian George is giving number 8 a hard time tonight.
Yeah. Damian George is solid.
So, yeah, kudos to the sophomore at North Shore High School for a solid first half with Darian Dalcourt going down. You can see why Alabama went to him. A lot of people have been expecting someone to possibly replace Chris Owens at right tackle. Maybe you will see a guy like J.C. Latham or Tommy Brockemeyer, both former 5-star recruits. We see Damian George, a guy who I said was rated as a 3-star recruit for most of his recruiting class, but eventually got bumped up to a 4-star. I know he is a 4-star on Touchdown Alabama in our own independent recruiting rankings after we saw him play in the Under Armour All-America game in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to keep Chris Owens off that right side. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think that pass was thrown a little bit too early by Bryce Young as it goes incomplete and intended for John Mechie. Yeah, I don't think John Mechie had a chance at.
He had no other options.
Good coverage by Dwight McLaughlin. You can tell. Yeah. LSU is continuing to recruit top defensive backs, and McLaughlin is one of those guys, and he has the potential to be really good, and he's getting some early playing time with LSU dealing with the problems that they are dealing with on the back end.
The chat wants them to run the ball. They don't like the red zone passing.
What a play by Bryce Young.
Catches it for a touchdown.
LSU dialing up the pressure again on that play. And Bryce Young was able to get the ball off and throw a strike to John Mechie for a touchdown.
Hey, I think that's the dance you're talking about. I had to hear the beat.
Bryce Young hits John Mechie. Yeah, and Alabama did not even have to use a timeout on that drive. That's a really impressive drive. Yeah. I thought Alabama might would have ran the ball at least one time that drive, especially with them having 3 timeouts.
No, I think I remember what it is. I think I remember the dance now. Well, now it is 14-7. Bama scores twice before halftime.
Yeah, I see why Jalen Armour Davis couldn't do anything with that interception because it basically hit him in the face. Yeah, I think he was surprised that he caught the interception.
Oh, man.
Great play by John Mechie as well. Created some separation.
He does his Karate Kid celebration as usual. Yeah, man. Bama came into the second quarter with 0 points. Scored twice right before halftime.
I think it took 6 minutes for them to score in the second quarter, so I think they went majority of the way through the second quarter without a score.
Yep.
But their offense can turn on and score pretty quickly, so we'll see what the second half will have in store. I'm pretty sure LSU wants to get out of. I wouldn't have passed the ball too much if I was LSU that last drive. I would have, like I said, try to get out of the half because it would have been 7-7. We get the ball back, not try to get the ball back to Alabama. Explosive offense. So maybe now you do have to push it since you already tried to push it last drive. LSU, I think they're still going to try to push to get a drive.
Ooh,
Will Anderson
Willie.
with
with the sack.
textbook sack.
Now it's turning to what you were saying. LSU's offense can't keep up with Bama's offense. So if if Bama's defense keep playing like this and the offense, then we might see.
What a nice stunt by Alabama's defensive front. Nice stunt and just
floated through
big
there.
sack by Will Anderson. Proving why he's most likely the best defensive player in the country. Just period. Yeah, I think LSU is going to throw in the towel. He already had 7 tackles and 1.5 sacks tonight.
Will Anderson is his own entity.
We're working on another great game. Yeah, Alabama's going to close this one out 14-7 in the first half, it looks like.
Dang. Oh, I thought you got hurt. Yeah, man. If defense keep playing like this, the offense keeps running up.
See Will Anderson's mom on the TV screen. Yeah, strong half by Will Anderson so far. In the Crimson Tide, Alabama's leader on defense, of course, is Will Anderson. 7 tackles, 1.5 sacks.
Might see a high scoring game now if both sides keep it up. Like I said, I think LSU's momentum will keep dropping. The defense is still doing well, but I think the momentum will drop as the game goes on. But Bama has to keep it up because they have dropped in the second halves as well.
And LSU, like I said, give LSU some credit because they did come out with a great game plan. Played physical like Alabama's players, Alabama's coaches. The first thing that Nick Saban said during Monday's press conference was he felt that LSU has been dominant at times, and they have shown that they can dominate. So they definitely respected LSU heading into this matchup.
Yeah, man, that's why Nick Saban don't take nobody lightly. And they came in with all these missing players, and the defense has been looking great for LSU. So, gotta give him credit there. Groon D, welcome to the chat. We're up in here, TDA watch party. It's now halftime. We're gonna are showing Cincinnati.
Yeah, just showing some replays, and we see, like we said, Cincinnati maybe need to. But it is difficult. I remember I heard someone earlier say it's almost impossible what everyone wants them to do. Like you want them to dominate everybody by 40 to 50 points.
Yeah,
that's difficult.
I don't know, man. But we're gonna take a break, and we will be back after halftime or close to when halftime is ending. So again, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. Keep chatting it up. We'll be back before halftime is over with to get back with you. Like we said, we have the post-game show coming after where you can call in, give all your thoughts there. So stay locked in with us, and we will be back close to when halftime's ending. Let's go.
Second half, Alabama LSU. Alabama up 14-7. LSU getting the ball back to start. Getting the ball to start the half.
My bad. There was no touchdown. Didn't mean to play that. But we back. They play like 8 sounds. But we back up in here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. TDA Watch Party. Darren Helms, welcome to the chat. Bama's whooping LSU in total yards and passing yards right now. Rushing yards are about neck and neck.
Yeah, we see what LSU will try to do now that they are down 14-7. We saw them try to establish a run, but Fedarian Mathis with another big play. Him and Will Anderson combining to make a tackle on Davis. What did he dance?
Big five going in, man.
Yeah, for Fedarian Mathis, he has had a solid season, and he's actually climbing up a lot of draft boards. He's slowly climbing up some draft boards, creeping into that, I think, 3rd and 4th round at the moment. Second and 11, LSU. Running the ball again, and Toa with the tackle. Henry. Alabama's defensive front playing tough against the run tonight. Is it me or a lot of players are not playing with their mouthpiece in? No, at the moment. I see a lot of players play without their mouthpieces.
Yeah, I see a lot of players with those mouthpieces hanging down.
Yeah, they just hang throughout the play. I think that's interesting. I guess it's not a strict rule at the moment, but a lot of people play with their mouthpieces just hanging. 3rd and 7. Will Alabama dial up the pressure? Look as if Will Anderson and Christian Harris are both coming here in Toa as well. Picked up great by LSU's offense.
That was a nice.
And look as if Jalen Armour-Davis might be down on that play. Alabama brought the pressure, but LSU's offense picked it up. Look as if Dallas Turner was on more of the delay blitz. Is Jalen Armour-Davis down?
I think he landed on his hip. I don't know if he's down permanently though. Oh, he's holding his side. Yeah, Jalen Armour-Davis is down. Trying to see what is happening with him. So if Jalen Armour-Davis is out, who comes in?
I guess Marcus Banks came in at the Mercer game. Maybe they put Jalen Armour-Davis in, but I'll look for Marcus Banks, the former 4-star defensive back out of Texas, and maybe he is the guy we would look for. Yeah, I was thinking maybe they put Josh Jobe out there too because he is a veteran, so he's not hurt. Or I'm pretty sure that's going to be the first question. We probably can bet some money on it. That is probably going to be the first question a reporter asks Nick Saban tonight at his press conference. Was Josh Jobe injured, or why did Kool-Aid play and start tonight? We'll definitely have the answer. And Davis picking up a big run.
Oh, nice
toe on the strip. But look at it. Oh, no, they did not pick it back up. Fedarian Mathis is going to jump on the.
Bama got it.
Alabama got it. Toa with the strip.
Toa made 2 big plays these drives.
Big play by Toa. It was setting up to be a big run by Davis Price. Alabama's coaching staff, we have seen them. We have seen Alabama's defense in general just during the practice footage, practice on just ripping the football, trying to get more turnovers, trying to force more turnovers, trying to get more fumble opportunities. It looked as if that practice paid off.
That's good because I haven't seen them really strip any balls this season like that.
Yo, Toa is showing some flashes tonight.
Yeah, that drive, he did 2 big plays that drive.
Yeah, although it was a miscommunication on that first touchdown that LSU had, but it looks as if he's growing in this game, showing some potential, showing some flashes of what he can do, of how dominant he can be, especially as a tackler and as an enforcer.
Yes,
Dangerous pass by Bryce Young. Dwight McLaughlin is playing solid. I like the way that he's challenging Alabama's wide receiver, not backing down. A guy who will probably not be playing if some of the other guys were playing on LSU secondary, but McLaughlin, number 2 for LSU, playing really good.
Shake up, man. Lord, he got his head rattled.
Yeah, Coach Smook saying James Williams.
Somebody said
It
touchdown.
lays it out. Big play by Jamison Williams. Gets
Let's
behind the secondary. Nice pass by Bryce Young.
Jamison Williams with the touchdown.
Bill O'Brien keeps that play in his bag. I think that's that same play where we see Jamison Williams run up the seam and get behind the secondary.
Yeah.
I think we see this play like every game. It never fails. This play happens every game. This is the same route, the same play design. It happens almost every game. The James Williams is definitely a deep threat. I saw that Coach Smook criticized his route running. A bad snap by Paul Tyson again. That's the second bad snap tonight by the former Hero Trustful quarterback, throwing off the consistency that Will Rocket has shown as in kicker on extra point opportunities. But James Williams is definitely not the best route runner, but he has that explosive speed that can get behind the secondary and make some big plays.
It seemed like every two people got a different handshake.
Yeah, you see that?
I seen like 3 different handshakes.
How do you remember all these handshakes?
But nice, very nice catch. The game is 20-7 now.
Yeah,
so we might see possibly 30 something.
Yeah, 30
I don't know
something.
about 40s, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, 40 might be pushing it, but it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible the way that Alabama's team is playing overall. But I think some of those predictions could start to possibly come true in terms of possibly a blowout. Because how explosive Alabama's offense, it's hard to stop Alabama from getting 40 points. LSU might be able to do that, but I'm not sure.
And the defense is going in. Bama's defense. I don't know if LSU is going to be able to score that much if they do score at all. D Brown 2020, appreciate the $5. Says I need to catch a night game at BDS in person someday. Looks live. Yeah, man, get you a ticket.
It definitely is a great experience.
Can you still get tickets at this point? You can.
Yeah. Next week will be a good opportunity to get tickets. I don't know if it's going to be a night game though when they play again.
Next week is New Mexico State.
Yeah, so it will be a good opportunity to get a ticket.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to be a night game.
Probably an 11 o'clock kickoff if I had to guess today, but I'm pretty sure that time's already set. I'm pretty sure it's already set. I'm not sure what time it will be.
Actually, I don't think it's going to be no night game.
You could have got a discounted night game, but it was a night
maybe
game.
Early afternoon.
And D Brown said that's a 8 a.m. game.
The game is at 7:30 a.m. No, it's at 11 a.m.
It's at 11 a.m. Yeah, I would have guessed that.
They can skip that game. That's the game you simulate on the game. Press simulate. Johnson Jefferson. See a deleted message.
Yeah.
Are you on it?
Hold on.
Johnson Jefferson is going in.
They had to delete that message.
VS, welcome to the chat. VS says, why are Bama fans at the game not loud? Penn State, Clemson, Texas A&M, Ohio State, etc. No matter who they play, their fans always make it known because they're loud. Just asking. Honestly, I think just Bama fans are just used to winning.
They
don't have to be loud.
And I was a student from 20. I forget what years I was there, but I was a student not that long ago, and I don't remember. It wasn't that many times where the crowd just was going crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't that many. I remember the loudest I ever heard Bryant-Denny Stadium was when Alabama took on Tennessee. And Tennessee had Joshua Dobbs in the game, sort of went down to the wire. And I think our Darius Stewart. I know Derrick Henry had a big game. I know the last play, basically Alabama sealed the game up with a sack fumble, and the crowd went wild. I think Deshaun Hand forced that fumble, but that was the loudest I heard the stadium. The Bryant-Denny Stadium is not known for its, I guess, volume all the time.
Yeah. Said B-Rob be driving Miss Daisy. Yeah, man. I mean, why? I think the culture there is you don't have what?
Yeah. It looks as if it's going to be a false start on LSU. They having some miscommunications.
That man bounced the ball off his chest. But it's like Bama doesn't use their crowd to win. These other teams, they got the 6 man and all that. They use their crowd to win or help them win, but Bama hasn't needed that, so they're just used to these type of scores, and you just ride the game out. That's why Nick Saban was getting mad because people was leaving early all the time.
Yeah, and that's
nice coverage by Joe right there.
To be truthful, they are spoiled, especially when you're a student. You're sort of spoiled because of the success that Alabama has had. And if you're a student, tickets $10 to go to a game. No matter what game it is, it's usually $10 to go to a game. Sometimes you take that for granted in terms of how successful Alabama has been.
Yeah, especially like seasons like last year. You know what I'm saying?
A couple seasons where Alabama was winning seems like 50 points every game.
Yeah, you're going to leave so you can get out the traffic. It's like 50-2. But basically how this game feels right now at this point, if you're in the stadium, you're not gonna be making noise like, come on. It's 27.
Yeah. Third down is usually where they get the volume gets turned up a little bit on third down as Max Johnson looks he's gonna take off. Dallas Turner with a great open field play by the former basketball player out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, showing off his basketball roots. An outside linebacker who's a bit of a taller guy, has an outside linebacker frame, looked really good in space against Max Johnson. Yo, did you see? Now that's textbook. That's textbooks of how you're supposed to defend someone in the open space. Breaks down, looks like he's playing basketball defense. Textbook play by Dallas Turner. Huge open field play, great open field tackle, textbook. If you want to teach a kid how to make an open field tackle, show that last play by Dallas Turner.
Yeah, a lot of people get shook right there. Of course, Max Johnson, he probably ain't got no.
Yeah.
But still,
just textbook by Dallas Turner. Like, there's like perfect video. There's like perfect tape.
Delay a game.
We see Alabama's crowd. Alabama crowd did get hyped that last play.
I thought he just accepted it at first.
What?
They acting like the game over with on the Bama sideline. This is what I figured would happen. I figured LSU's momentum would die down and Bama would just take over, and the actual depth chart and stuff will come into play now.
Yeah, it looks as if
you got good guys, but I don't know if they have that much experience playing full games.
Yeah, Alabama's gonna force the LSU punt. JoJo Earl has a lot of space to make some moves on the punt return.
I thought he ran on somebody's back.
You're gonna take it almost to the 50-yard line, always halfway to midfield. Yeah, Alabama has made some offensive adjustments. Yeah, like I said, they're going back, basically pointing out what we said earlier, just getting the ball to those guys fast. 1.4 seconds.
I remember seeing that drill.
Yeah,
those quick passes. And on that bye week, this is stuff they worked on. I'm sure those drills, stripping the ball, quick passes from Bryce and other quarterbacks. And that was a smooth toss to Jameson Williams by Bryce Young. He did that Cali style.
Yeah, Alabama has, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kirk Herbstreit just said Alabama has 27 yards rushing. Yeah, I'm surprised at the fact that they are not running the football much. Like I said, I always felt that they are a balanced offense. Their offensive attack is starting to come together, but I definitely think they should run a little bit. But LSU, of course, is dialing up the blitz as well, which makes it difficult. LSU might be rushing 6, and they did bring 6, making it very difficult for Brian Robinson to run football. Now Alabama's in 3rd and long, which is probably why Bill O'Brien is not running the ball that much tonight, because LSU is stacking the box.
Is he hurt?
Which is another adjustment LSU probably made during these second half, or possibly heading into this game, because Alabama has had a lot of success with that balanced attack when they are able to run the ball, pick up 5 to 6 yards consistently. They have had a lot of success with play action pass, just being balanced. So mix it up by putting guys in the box where they cannot run. And are they rushing 7 guys right now? Look, they rushing 8. They rush 7 to 8 guys on that play. They're gonna get out of John Mechie. Yeah, they're definitely blitzing the whole house. Ed Orgeron is playing no games in terms of sending the house. It looks as if they were rushing about 7 or 8 guys, at least 7 guys at last play.
Yeah, the blitz seems to be LSU's go-to thing for defense, trying to.
Yeah, Alabama will have to. Alabama will have to punt it again here.
Thad Kraft was going on and said, man, y'all drunk as hello. I ain't drunk. I'm drinking water. Punt. Defense is back on the field. Let's see what they talking about.
Yeah, Alabama's defense has played pretty good. I still, even with the score being 20-7, it still feels like a game that many didn't expect.
Yeah. Dang, they picked this whole car up. What? Ain't no way.
Are you trying to get him to the game? That's the purpose of the commercial.
You cannot do that. Yeah, he said drunk as hello. But welcome to the TDA Watch Party. We do this every Saturday. Alabama games, watch party every Saturday. Now, like I said before, we have a post-game call-in show that's coming up after this game. So we'll upload the Nick Saban press conference right after the game, and then we'll have the post-game call-in show with Stephen M. Smith and Patrick Dowd. So you can call in. They will have the call-in number on the screen for you. You can give your thoughts, and they will give their post-game analysis. They are at the game right now, live in the press box, watching the game. So they're seeing stuff that we may not see. So they'll give you post-game analysis. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and subscribe if you haven't already, and like the show, please, if you have not already.
Yeah, and I see a lot of fans, even on Twitter and even in our chat, questioning the way Alabama's offense has operated during this game, and it has definitely been some concerns. It looks as if they were picking up some momentum the previous 2 drives, but they stall out during the last drive of LSU stacking the box. Alabama will have to continue to adjust to that, because it looks like Ed Orgeron is not going to call off the dogs. He's going to continue to blitz guys. So that will be something Bill O'Brien will consistently have to adjust to. Hopefully, they can find a way to run the football. Maybe it could be a situation where you have to throw more of those screen passes, throws to the flat, possibly some jet sweeps or something like that to give some other guys involved in the run game.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with Bill O'Brien this time, not running as much.
Yeah, it's so interesting how they make these new graphics for just the. Why they put Pete Golding in there? Pete. They put Pete Golding in the car wash, but he didn't come out the other side though. I'm not sure. They put both. They put both of them in the car wash, but I guess they still in the car wash. Belt, man.
That's the thing about ESPN. They be having some weird graphics. One year it's like, who's making these? What is this? That was pretty cool. Gucci Ty, appreciate the $5.
First and 10 for LSU. Max Johnson trying to take off.
Gucci Ty says, John and Justin, do y'all think we would have a chance against Georgia this year if we get there?
Yeah, I think of course they got it. Alabama has a chance to beat anybody, of course, but Georgia has a great defense. That defense is going to be pushing by the time the season ends to be called one of the best defenses in recent memory, just with the talent that they have, led by Nakobe Dean, who has always been a dog since he was a 5-star recruit in high school, and Alabama was really pushing for him at one point. But Georgia defense is talented. I think the question surrounding their team is what can they do on the offensive side of football. Stetson Bennett has looked good at times. I saw him a little bit, although they did play against Missouri. I've seen them here and there this season, and their offense is not great, but it's good enough to win games with the amount of talent that they have on the defensive side of football. So it will be interesting to see if Alabama's offense can operate against their defense.
Yeah, I think
that's gonna be the battle within the game. It's going to decide the game.
I think this Alabama team, has been through adversity that they needed to succeed at the end. Hopefully, by the end of the year, if they get to the national championship, they've learned from all of this, because this year was crazy.
We see our Money Goodwin, the former Hewitt Trussville running back. Dang, he looks so small. He looks so small right now. But LSU has number 22 in the game, our Money Goodwin, who played his high school football at Hewitt Trussville High School in Trussville, Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a very talented back in high school. Tough back, a lot of speed. Was really productive for Hewitt Trussville High School. 2nd and 8 for LSU. Alabama up 20-7. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got his highlights on our. Yeah, he was committed to Auburn. We have his highlights on our YouTube.
When we went up there to shoot Malachi's Day in the Life, he was there.
Yeah.
The short guy. He was a shorter guy. Johnson Jefferson.
Yeah. Jalen Norman Davis looks to be having upper body injury. Another great play by Alabama's defense, making tackles in space. Good tackle by Josh Jobe. This is something we have seen Alabama struggle with early in the season. That's something they have improved on this game, at least. If we have to point out a bright spot in Alabama's defense, tackling in the open field has been a spot. LSU is going to run the ball on 4th down, and they are going to get the first down. Third quarter, 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. LSU is going to pick up the first down. Of course, Alabama's up 20-7.
Still a very physical game. Now, we saw that Johnson Jefferson. He said, F you and trust me. I went to Clay. I went to Huffman, so forget both of y'all.
Mac Johnson going deep.
Clean the coverage by Battle, or he didn't get called. It looked like he held him.
Yeah, I thought it would have been pass interference. Alabama got away with one right there.
The ref was right.
It looks
there.
as if it could have got called for pass interference right there.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get called with it, but
2nd and 10. Max Johnson is rolling out Henry To'oTo'o on the chase. He's gonna beat Henry To'oTo'o around the corner almost. It's gonna be 3rd down. See, Max Johnson is running a little bit more, trying to pick up some yards here. 3rd and 4. LSU is still in this ball game. This is still a ball game, people. Of course, Money Goodman's going to run the ball on 3rd down. He's going to be stopped short by Dallas Turner. DJ Dale looked to be on that top. No, that was for Darren Mathis.
Got hurt. Dallas Turner's is banged
Yeah,
up.
Dallas
here.
Turner looks to be down. Will we see Drew Sanders get into the game? Now, 4th and 1. Is Drew Sanders in the game? I'm not sure. No, Drew Sanders is not in the game. I'm not sure who's in the game. I don't know if they had 2 outside linebackers, but LSU's going to pick up the 1st down. Dallas Turner looks to be hurt. Who will come out to be the outside linebacker? Maybe he just went off on the field for that set, though. It looks as if they did not have 2 outside linebackers in the game. Henry To'oTo'o looked as if he took a great angle, did not finish on the play. Yep. Turned out to be the difference. Yeah, Drew Sanders is in the football game for the first time after
Drew Sanders.
Dallas Turner goes out. Drew Sanders is driving. Drew Sanders is like he was about to create some pressure, but wide open.
Man.
Butt naked, wide open. Wide open. Whoa.
What are you doing? Man, he was that
Ooh,
Palmer?
wide open. Palmer was wide open on that play. Was it a flag? Is it a flag on the play? I think it's a flag on the play, but
it looked like what Billingsley did to them last year. Oh, really?
What was he? How was calling on a wide receiver, holding on a wide receiver?
I don't know.
Holding. Oh, holding after.
Oh yeah, he was holding him like a mug.
Yeah, you rarely see
Can't throw your
holding.
hands up at
It's still a catch, so you rarely see that type of holding call.
Yeah. He was trying to let his boy score.
LSU trying to run the ball again, but Davis,
Nice.
of course, this is still a game like we said. Chris Broswell is in the game along with Drew Sanders. It's interesting is Will Anderson still in the game. See, Alabama has their reserve outside linebackers for tonight, and Drew Sanders and Chris Broswell in on that last play. Outside linebackers seeing a lot of rotation tonight. See Drew Sanders on one end, I think. Chris Broswell, Will Anderson is not in the ball game from what I've seen. Good to Palmer. Good play by Jordan Battle. Looks as if it's going to be a horse collar, face mask or horse collar by Jordan Battle. Would have been a nice tackle if he did not grab LSU player's face mask. Some mental errors are starting to show for Alabama's defense, who have played. I think it's more of a horse collar. It shouldn't be. I don't know if there's a horse collar by the definition.
When it's supposed to be like a
horse collar is when you
back,
you fall on your back. That's what it's usually called. Even though you can grab somebody by the collar.
He went to the side.
I guess it's sort of like ringing back, but it's usually. I think it's usually called when the player falls on his back. It's really interesting that they are calling it in that situation. Yeah, I think a lot of people are confused by the horse collar. By definition, when you're a horse collaring someone, you grab them by their collar, of course, by their shoulder, inside their shoulder pad, and it looks as if you're grabbing their neck and they fall back. If you fall sideways, it's not the horse collar. But LSU is going to benefit from it. They are going to get into the end zone, cutting the score down to 7 points at the moment. They look as if they're going to cut it down to 6 points. 6 points to make the score 20-14. Yeah, I'm not sure about that horse collar call. I don't think there was a horse collar by the definition of the call.
See, man, that's why I just don't know what's gonna happen in these games.
Yeah, this is turning into a physical battle. And you never know. 14-20.
Yeah.
The mishaps that Alabama has had in the kicking game could come back to hunt them late in this matchup. They missed the 3 points earlier in the game. They missed a extra point opportunity, both due to bad holds.
One extra point they missed.
Yeah, one extra point. Yeah, both to bad holds, and that's just this game is just old school for a lot of different reasons. It's a defensive matchup.
Yeah.
And tight game. And Alabama's kicking is looking like it looked a couple years ago.
Yeah. He missed 2 kicks, man. I don't think it was his fault, but still.
Yeah. The result is the same, yeah.
Thank you for joining the watch party, though. TDA watch party, we up in here.
Yeah, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are touchdownalabama.com. Touchdown Alabama on YouTube. We cover Alabama football, of course. Alabama football recruiting, everything Alabama football encompasses. We are a credentialed media company, so we do have some of our writers and our staff members at the game tonight in the press conference. Stephen M. Smith, our lead senior reporter, and also Patrick Dodd, our breaking news reporter. You will hear from both guys at the conclusion of this matchup on our YouTube page, live from Bryant-Denny Stadium. They will break down this matchup, listen to what you guys have to say in the phone call segment, and you guys will have an opportunity to just get a feel of the atmosphere around Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa tonight.
For sure. Coach Smook is looking for them fair weather fans that's saying the team sucks, and then when they score, they start praising them. Gaston Cobb, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Say, I'm a Bama fan. This whole team is trash. When they score, by 9681, welcome to the chat. Let me get this water real quick while it's on commercial break.
Yeah, Alabama looks as if they are going to need a score here. A score here will be huge for the Crimson Tide. No, I'm good. The score here will be huge for the Crimson Tide as they are up 6 points, and things could get a bit interesting if they cannot score here, just based on their current situation, missing that field goal to begin the game, missed out on those 3 points, and also missing that extra point as well. So Alabama's in a bit of a difficult situation if they cannot pick up a score here. Even a field goal would do the Crimson Tide some good this drive. Pushing the score to 9, basically pushing it to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, they're going. They needed those kicks they missed. Every point counts. Every point is needed. But we don't know how this is going to go. Also, make sure you check out the TDA app. We do have an app free to download. The link is in the description. Android, iPhone. Get the app today. Breaking news comes straight to your phone. Notifications straight to your phone about Alabama football updates. Any news, notes, information, everything you need is in the app. Download that today. Link in the description. We haven't seen any, we haven't seen a lot of the light features in the stadium yet.
I guess the night, I haven't seen much. I'm pretty sure it has happened. I guess it has been correlated with the game. We haven't been able opportunity to see much of the light show that Alabama has put together for most of these night games.
Was that a tight end right there?
I'm not sure. It's a trick play for Purdue.
And we are eating chicken fingers today. Chicken fingers and fries. That's the meal of the day. Everyone's cussing in these messages. It keeps asking me to approve all these messages. I'm approving them, man. Talk your junk, man. It's football. Roll Tide what? Check out that Roll Tide what remix on our channel if you haven't already.
2nd and 12 after a bad play by the Crimson Tide. Bryce Young drops back under pressure. He's going down. LSU creates great pressure on 2 back-to-back plays.
That was a low snap.
Alabama, yeah, he can't scrape through there though. Even if it was a good snap, I don't know if anyone would have stopped him.
Yeah, he cut through like some butter.
Yeah. Yeah, miscommunication on Alabama's offensive line right there. He came in free.
Yeah.
He could have walked back there.
A lineman.
3rd and 23, down in distance. Alabama's in a bad situation right now. Backed up inside his own 10-yard line. Bryce Young drops back. He's going to give it to Brian Robinson on the flat. Safety valve. Big stop by LSU's defense. The Tigers have created some major momentum with that last score. 3 and out on Alabama. Possibly going to be in great field position from where LSU is projected to punt the football from. 20-14.
LSU's defense is going ham.
Yeah, Alabama has abandoned this running game once again. I think they have done this a couple of times during the season.
I think that look at this.
I
think
LSU is going to come after this punt by James Burnap. They're going to try to block. He gets it all. It looks as if they did not go after. I thought they were going to go after. LSU is going to be in great field position on his own 40.
Yeah, I think this time they stopped running because of the blitzing, and the passing was working.
Yeah,
but the O-line has to protect Bryce. If the O-line protects Bryce, I think Bama can get some good passes in. But and he scooped that up.
South Carolina, if you guys are not aware, I'm pretty sure Alabama fans are honed in on this particular matchup, but it looks as if South Carolina is taking it to Florida at the moment. 1st and 10, Max Johnson drops back for LSU. He's going to find number 80. Great tackle by Jordan Battle. 1-yard gain, if that, on that particular play.
And they're still playing hard. The energy is up.
Yeah, you see, and on that particular play, you see what we have seen consistently through the night. They are making great open field tackles, Alabama's defense.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the last play. Head into the 4th quarter. Many people did not expect this score.
Going to that 4th quarter. Throw them foes up. About to see what's happening. What's your prediction? What's your predictions for this 4th quarter? What we gonna see? What y'all think? I honestly don't know. I'm just watching the game. I do not know what's gonna happen from here. Johnson Jefferson says we need a fumble. Need a fumble, interception. Rude Boy, what's going on? Rude Boy says we need offensive points. Mark Blanton, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Mark says really expected a 20-point lead at this point instead of only scoring 20. Yeah, it's a low-scoring game right here. For these times, this is a low-scoring game for sure, and especially for a Bama game.
Yeah, like I said,
2014 in the 4th quarter.
Like I said,
Going
in
to
the
the
top
fourth
of
quarter.
top of our live, Alabama is averaging pretty much 40 points a game. So yeah, 20 points is definitely a switch up from the way Alabama has played this season.
Yeah, I don't see them scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter, so maybe in the 30s. Maybe stay in the 20s.
Justin Jefferson, yeah, he did make that prediction at the top of the game, 31-28. Definitely
Yeah,
was
that
the
sounds-
closest prediction I've heard this week.
Yeah. I don't know if LSU gonna put up 28. But hey, you never know. We don't know.
And they won't need 28 to win this one at this point right now.
Yeah. Gwen Parker, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Cheryl Coleman, what's going on? Cheryl says the offense is sluggish. Big Buck, what's going on? Big Buck says we have a very soft team. Coach Schmook is going to go in on everybody in his post-game calling show.
Yeah, be sure to tune in.
Coach Schmook is going to go in.
Yeah, Steven and Pat might have to hang up the phone on him.
Man, Coach Schmook going to go in on y'all.
Yeah, I definitely have some questions just responding to some of the people in the Alabama fans in the game chat talking about Alabama's play calling. I definitely have questions about the way that Alabama's offensive game plan has been producing, basically ran during this particular matchup. They have pretty much abandoned the run. They have not even made an attempt to run. I get that it's hard to run because they are stacking the box, but there's no attempt at the moment.
Me got on glasses.
Dallas Turner's going to
Mac Johnson
come up with a
scrambling.
big
Dallas
play.
Turner with
Another
a big
play by
sack.
Dallas Turner. Another big play by Turner.
Shout out to Richard G. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate that. Says Alabama's worst O-line ever in my life.
The Alabama's defense has done a great job of containing Max Johnson, making some great plays on him in the open field.
Tristan Bryant, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Coach Schmook says it's going to be good. So I'm going to be good, fam.
3rd and 13. Alabama will need a big stop. They can't afford to give up this one. 3rd and 13. Max Johnson dropped back. He's going to go for it deep.
He was pressured hard.
Good pressure. Nice coverage on the back end. Alabama's going to get the ball back here with 14 minutes and 10 seconds left. Ed Ogeron noticeably upset with that last call.
Rude Boy says, been a fan since 1975, and this team sucks. I've seen plenty of sucky Bama teams.
Dang.
I mean, it's a one-loss team. 7-1
Since 1975?
Since 75.
Dang.
The number 2 seed.
They ain't better than the
7-1
7.
Sucks.
They ain't better than nobody since 75. Dang. 75. Whoa.
It's before
Come
Bear
on.
Bryant.
Come on now. 75.
What Bear Bryant gonna do? Forgot.
Whoa. Now that's a long time. He must be pretty bad.
That's a lot of teams, man.
75.
What about the mic?
Oh,
Well,
man. That's
Well, he
funny.
didn't say. He didn't say it's the worst.
He's
said
just saying
the
like
team
he's one of the
sucks.
worst. Just said even. Yeah.
He says most of y'all only been fans since Saban has been around.
Oh,
Rude Boy has been a fan since 1975. Gwen Parker says we need 7.
Bryce Young is still, if Alabama can put together a scoring drive and Bryce Young delivers a pass, he has a three passing touchdown night. He once again put together a night where you could complain about him possibly struggling, and he's going to put together a stat line. He's going to be like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
What game was I watching?
Bryce, like, he climbs the charts quietly. Not quietly, but you be like.
Oh man, 2nd and 3. Alabama in the empty set.
Coach Smoot said 97 through 98 was trash.
Bryce Young bobbles the football.
Naomi said just delete your account.
Okay, 20-14.
Hey, Bolden just had a nice catch, but he couldn't catch this.
Yeah, couldn't catch that one in between.
One. That dude big.
Yeah, he's pretty big. Events of 29. LSU's going to dial up the pressure once again. 6. Now they're going to rush 4. Drop 2. He's going to go down. Bryce Young is going to go down. Looks as if he tried to make a decision at the end of that play if he wanted to pass or run. LSU is going to get the football right back with another opportunity to take the lead late. This may be a game where Alabama's defense is going to have to win it.
Yeah.
Alabama's defense might have to be called up to task to beat the LSU Tigers tonight. I know that's a bit of a difficult task considering how they have played this season. I know a lot of Alabama fans probably would rather have the game in the hands of the offense, but this may be a game where Alabama's defense needs to make some plays. Another nice punt by James Burnip. He has been solid as a punter today.
James Burnip. Bo Scarborough said that he's confident the defense was going to come out ready to play. They have been doing that. Man, 8 nuggets for $1.49 Burger King. You think that's real chicken?
No, I know I tried the ghost pepper nuggets the other day. They were really hot.
All right.
Yeah, they were really hot.
8 nuggets for $1.
They were hot. I didn't even taste the chicken. I don't think I tasted chicken. I just tasted the bread.
That's why I can't eat hot food.
Yeah.
There's no taste. It takes all the taste, all the fun out from eating food. You just worry about it's hot.
Yeah, it can't be too spicy. Like those wings we had today in here.
Yeah, blazing wings.
Yeah, that's the worst. I think they designed that. I think they work with some fire specialists or something. How can we make this wing so hot that it just never cools down?
I don't know what they use.
Yeah, but
OG replays. Welcome to chat. Says our team is dog blank this year. Bama fans are very hard on the team.
Okay, back to the game. Man. I just read.
D. Pickett says Alabama was spoiled with a 2020 offense. Fat Mac 06 says defense will step up again. Mr. Anderson about to make a play. Some optimism in here finally. Yeah, man, Bama fans hard on the team. OG Replay says worst Alabama team since Saban first came to Bama. The worst one. Matt Kraft says whoever is in charge of the middle O-line is who is suspect.
I wouldn't put all of this on the offensive line because if people are blitz, if the opposing team is blitzing your offensive coordinator, that's why it has been a couple of games where I have been, I guess, just taken back by the way Bill O'Brien has called the game. This is definitely one of those games. He has to put together plays where Bryce can get the ball out fast. Use the blitz to your advantage. He did it a couple of times when they were getting the ball out to their wide receivers in space with the screen passes, with the flats, with the pass to the flat. But we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it anymore.
Yeah, and they were practicing that drill a lot. Doing them quick passes.
Yeah.
Like how long do you see Bill O'Brien here at Bama?
I'm not sure. He seems like he's more of A lot of NFL guys want to get back to the NFL.
You think he doesn't like fit in college football or fit with Alabama?
In a way, I'm starting to feel that way because how much he wants to pass the football. Alabama has had a lot of success. Good play by Malachi Moore right there to open the drive. But Alabama has had a lot of success passing the ball in recent years. But the running game has always played some role. The running backs have always been involved.
Yeah.
But like tonight, the running backs are not involved at all. And it looks as if, of course, they are struggling. But it looks as if they are not given the opportunity to work through the struggles. Like, they don't have an opportunity to redeem themselves.
I know Steven predicted a big game for B-Rob, but it's the fourth quarter, and the run game is not really being used. Wardell had some good runs.
Yeah, they had some good runs at times, which is it's just interesting that they have totally like abandoned it. It's like no attempt to run it.
Yeah,
I get it if it's not working, but you have totally abandoned it.
Yeah,
it's drives where you just pass the ball the whole drive.
Yeah, there's been a passing game,
and which is why we pointed out that the Alabama was running the ball a little bit more in the first half, and we pointed out how quickly the first half went by. This second half is taking some time. That third quarter was very long. This early part of this fourth quarter has been long too because Alabama is passing the ball more.
Yeah.
And LSU just picked up a 13-yard gain to turn a 1st and 15 to a 2nd and 2. Most likely going to run it, or Money Goodwin is in the backfield. He's going to fake the reverse. He's going to go deep.
Was that a hat?
Yeah, it's a hat. The referee hat fell off. Oh, yo, that was a pretty interesting coverage right there. You see Money Goodwin running the route. Of course, he's from here at Trussville High School. His former teammate Malachi Moore in coverage, and a guy who played a couple of miles away in JaQuincy McKinstry in coverage as well. Pennsylvania High School, Trussville and Pendleton, really close. How many miles? Like really close cities. Just a nugget to just watch with that coverage as Alabama continues to produce players at that level, just the state in general. Davis is going to fight for a first down, blasting through Alabama's defensive front to get the first down. And Alabama is going to give up a first down to LSU, 14-20. Of course, fourth quarter, 11:40 left. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Oh, he doesn't want to coach again?
Oh, he said he retiring. Coach O is retiring.
He got that bank.
I didn't know he was 65. I thought he was a little younger than that. D-Pass 869, welcome to the chat.
Second and 7. LSU is starting to gain some success in the run game.
Not that one.
It's going to be 3rd and long for the LSU Tigers.
We got the LSU chain on.
It chain like it's made out of foam.
Yeah, I think it's foam. Mascot with the foam chain.
3rd and 6. LSU has not been good on 3rd down. Alabama's defense has been really productive. LSU is 4 of 13 on 3rd down. Empty set. Alabama rushing 4. Max Johnson has time to get it off. He's going to deliver a great pass. He's going to pick up the first down. DeMarco Hillams is going to make the tackle. LSU is putting up a good drive, and if I am them, this is the type of drive I would go for as well. A drive where we are slowly moving the ball down the field, wasting clock. And if we score, it's big. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
His offensive line protected him very well right there. You mean he hit Henry
Yeah,
Toto?
nice move by LSU's wide receiver Kirkland, number 13. Looked as if he ran a screen route, waited for his blocks to develop, and Kirkland. Dang, you talking about the blocker ran over Henry Toto?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alabama's going to force another third down against LSU.
See if they can get this stop right here.
Gonna be 3rd and 1.
They stopped him?
It looks as if Alabama stopped them. It looks as if it's going to be a spot where Alabama stopped them according to this spot.
Yeah, it looked like he stopped him.
It looked as if he stopped them from the original look, and the spot is showing that Alabama has stopped them. Gonna bring in LSU's bigger back, the more experienced back, Davis Price. It looks as if he's going to get the ball here. Alabama has been really productive against LSU on 3rd down. Not lucky on 4th down because LSU is perfect. They are 3 for 3. LSU is going to go for it on 4th down here. Fourth down. Davis Price is going to break free. He loose.
Gosh.
Davis Price about to score. He's taking down inside the 10.
Very unexpected.
LSU is still perfect on 4th down. Alabama's in a bad position right now. A horrible position.
They got the DJ on the replay.
Herbie's clip. Come on, man.
He did that last time. He found a hole, got in there like melted butter. Yeah, we're watching through the ESPN app, OG replays, so we're a little behind. And plus the stream, it has a delay on the stream if you live streaming, so we are behind from you all.
Alabama is going to be interesting into this game. Alabama's going to need its defense to step up in the red zone for some good red zone defense here. To be honest, Alabama's defense has played good enough to win this game. Like we said earlier, It looks as if though that missed field goal at the beginning of the game and the extra point miss could come back to hurt Alabama.
Yeah. Carson Forehand, welcome to the chat. Carson says LSU will get touchdown, but Alabama will get another TD and win.
Good optimism. Great optimism, but Alabama's offense has stalled out. It's definitely,
that's what I'm saying.
They are definitely going to need their offense to wake up.
Like we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, Alabama's defense is going to have to step up.
We appreciate you joining the TDA watch party. We do this every Saturday, every Bama game every Saturday. Stay tuned for the post-game call-in show. We will have our own Stephen Smith and Patrick Dowd doing a post-game call-in show. You can call in, give your thoughts, opinions, and they will do a post-game analysis.
I know.
So stay tuned for that. There'll be a separate live coming up after this.
I know all of you got a lot to say about this matchup.
Yeah, make sure you call in, man.
It's a lot to talk about.
You can call in, say whatever you need to say. The more callers, the better. We want to hear your opinions, what you thought about the game. It's all about you interacting with you. So make sure you call in on that post-game call-in show. You'll see the number on the screen.
And to look at things from of course, Alabama fans, you guys are focused on this game because Alabama is in an interesting position right now. I know you guys are really want them to step up right now, but from a just college football playoff perspective, this week could prove to be very important for the race to make the college football playoff, because if you guys are not aware, Oregon is involved in a dogfight at the moment. They are leading 10-9 at the top of the third quarter. So, and of course, they are ranked number 4, and we have seen Michigan State go down as the 3rd seed this week. So if Oregon does lose tonight, that will be interesting in terms of just everything. I think it is opening the door for 2 SEC teams to possibly make the college football playoffs if things work out in a certain way. Of course, for that to happen, Alabama has to win out, in my opinion. It's hard to get in with 2 losses. It's going to pretty much be impossible for Alabama to get in with 2 losses because Texas A&M will most likely make the SEC championship game. Davis Price is going to run the ball. Great tackle by Christian Harris.
Christian Harris with a great stop. That would have been very dangerous for Alabama.
Christian Harris with the pivotal stop for Alabama. Yeah, Alabama has played good in space. This, of course, LSU is not they do not have an awesome offense. They are banged up. But Alabama's defense has played better in spots in this game than they have played the whole season at times.
Yeah.
Especially the open field tackles. I see some improvement there.
Yeah.
But miscommunication is still hurting them. Max Johnson's dropping back. Will Anderson almost got home, but Max Johnson throws it out of bounds. 3rd and goal for the Tigers. P. Golding calling the play in.
Huge defensive stops in
3rd down. I know I said the Alabama fan base is not always the loudest, but I'm pretty sure they are going crazy in Bryant Denny for this snap. LSU looks as if they are facing the student section, so you know the student section is going absolutely berserk right now. Max Johnson, 3rd down. Alabama on Max Johnson. Coach O calls timeout. I'm pretty sure it is rocking inside of Bryant Denny at the moment.
I saw a comment I was looking for. Where it went. Yeah, this is when Brian Denny gets loud right here. Need this stop. Very important. James Thompson, welcome to the chat. C. Will, welcome to the chat. Scotty 501, 5yo, welcome to the chat. Pale Hamja, welcome to the chat. Tomos Rudolph, welcome to the chat. Tomos says this is sad for real. It's like the suspense they put you on commercial break right before this play. But this is a huge play coming up for Alabama's defense. They have to take care of. Jay Gaming says they lost. Willie 351. Well, he's talking about Alabama.
He said they already lost.
He said there's no championship for them. It's hard for them. Willie 351 said Saban got to change something with these coaches. We can't keep blaming players all the time. Hood famous Baby K, welcome to the chat. They say I need my popcorn. Robin Donnelly, welcome to the chat. M. Alley, welcome to the chat. Says Alabama has the worst Nick Saban team since 2007. Man, y'all going hard. D-Pass says this is pathetic. They can't put a complete game for 60 minutes together to save their lives this year. This year has been one of the most frustrating years in a long, long time. Face palm emoji. Jonathan Harris, welcome to the chat. We're in the TDA watch party. Fat Mac with the optimism. He says, oh, we got this. He says, relax, we got this. This is Alabama.
We'll see if Alabama can get it done here. Big play. 3rd and goal. We see the light show happening inside Bryant Denny at the moment. You see the shakers going off. Yeah, I think the student section is about to get crazy. I see everyone is still there at the game. That's important for Alabama at the moment. It doesn't look like a lot of students left. Pretty sure LSU has drawn up a nice play here.
Waylon with the facepalm emojis. Let's see what.
Or maybe a fumble. Gonna be a fumble for Alabama. Phil Mathis gets home with a fumble. Mathis got it on a fumble recovery too. Did not try to pick it up. Big play by Mathis, the Louisiana native. This is new dance, I guess.
Yeah, he did that twice. Huge stop by Alabama's defense.
You see the LSU fan?
Why is he sitting right there?
Yo, where Tim Keenan come from?
He came on the field. See, that's why Coach Smook talks about fair weather fans. Because people be talking crazy. And then this happens. And you're like, yeah.
Is that a fumble? I don't know if that's a fumble. Is that a fumble?
See, I don't know.
I don't know if that's a fumble. His arm came forward, completely forward. I don't think that's a fumble. I think that's incomplete. That's not a fumble. That's incomplete. That's not a. I don't think that's a fumble.
Call a rule expert.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fumble. If by definition of if his arm is going forward, it's not a fumble. It's not a fumble. It's incomplete. His arm was going forward, but
the ball never left his arm.
It went completely forward though, so it may be a fumble still because he's still holding it. It's maybe still a fumble because he still held the ball. Like if he let it go like a pass motion,
he dropped the ball and he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't
down.
trying to pass it.
He wasn't down. Yeah, he dropped the ball. I think if anyone drops the ball before,
I think this is a fumble.
They're down. That's a fumble, right?
Yeah. It's usually a fumble, but the thing is, they can almost say he's trying to pass the ball. As long as his arm is going forward, it's not a fumble. They call it incomplete pass. Yeah, it looks as if because as long as your arm is going forward, but I still think it could be a fumble because he's going forward, but he tried to grip it again. He tried to grip. He didn't let it go. If it was a pass, he would have let it go at that point. That's a very unusual pass. If he tried to pass it.
Yeah, I think once he felt the impact, he tried to keep the ball.
By the rule, it looks as if it's going to be an incomplete pass, but just by common sense, almost it should be fumble. Incomplete pass. Yeah, that's a bit of a shaky call. By the rule, I said it's incomplete pass.
So if your
arm going like
if it came out right there,
it could have it should have came up earlier though. I feel like he wasn't trying to pass it.
Yeah, I think he hit him. Ed O with his
Ed O acting a fool tonight, man. We give a 4th and goal. Alabama needs to stop here.
Yeah, I think once he felt the impact, he had the instincts to try to keep it.
That was a fumble in my mind because he clinched it back
I don't know.
But it's over with now. Alabama has to play the next play if they want to win. They have not been good against 4th down. They have not been good against 4th down this night. Defense trying to make a stop on 4th and goal.
They got to do something again. They say they stopped.
Yeah, it looks like Alabama's going to. Max Johnson drops back. Big stop by Alabama's defense. Alabama relied on their defense to make a big play. Huge stop by Pete Golding in Alabama's defense.
Roll Tide, welcome to the chat. They stopped it again. They had to make it happen once again.
Yeah, good thing that the Crimson Tide were able to get a stop because I feel if that play the LSU made the incomplete pass instead of the fumble, if LSU scored there, I feel that would have been a controversial call moving forward.
Yeah, that would have changed.
Yeah, that would have been a big play, but
that was a good catch attempt. Just slipped right through his hands.
If Alabama offense, a score would be huge. They need to run the ball. I hope they run the ball. It would be better for Alabama to start off at least attempting to run the ball, but they are not running the ball. They are not running the ball. I'm lost. You are in your own territory. It's the 4th quarter. It's 6 minutes left. Like, if he's not going to run it here, he's never going to run it. It's weird. The first play at least should have been a run. I'm confused about that play calling.
I think this game is is the most they abandon the run game.
Yeah, I'm lost
Like,
why
they hardly ran
Yeah,
at
I'm
all
lost.
this game.
I'm that last play in particular is really interesting. I get why you are not running the ball consistently unless you are stacking the box. They are blitzing. It's going to be hard to run, but you are in your
'Cause it's
own
more
territory.
dangerous
Yeah,
to pass
yeah.
it,
Why
right?
would you? It doesn't make any sense to pass the ball on that first play at least. Yeah, the second and long, you basically will have to pass. Yeah, they are going to have to pass now. They're going in an empty set. Yeah, this play calling is very suspect at the moment. It might work. LSU dropping back. LSU is not even pressuring no one now. Alabama's in a bad position.
Nice catch.
Nice catch by Slade Bolden.
It almost went bad though.
Yeah, I think maybe they will pass it right here. Maybe they'll start. Maybe they'll start running it right here.
Slade with the catch. Slade has made a few clutch catches this game. Also missed a few of them. Steven predicted Trayshawn Holden to have a big game, but
he's been. I don't think Trayshawn Holden has played much. I think he's basically the fourth wide receiver in a lot of packages. LSU is blitzing too much. It's better to bring in a tight end to keep him in. That's why I think it's happening.
Jameson Williams, Mechie and Jameson Williams have been the big receivers. Slade been in there too.
It's 2nd and 3. You have to run it here. Okay, they finally run it and they get the first down.
B-Rob with the first down. Well, not the longest run, Gelato. I think Roydell had
Roydell had like
had
a
the
10.
run.
It's like a 10-yard game, but
it was around that type of run though.
And when the last time did we see a run before then? It was a minute before Alabama ran the ball again.
Yeah, has not been a lot of running at all.
And they're back to passing the football. They are making some completion. Alabama's passing game is making some completion.
Dang, LSU players are dropping like flies with these injuries, getting shaken up. Oh, yeah, his teammate came and hit him. Dang,
knocked his mouthpiece out.
Yeah, he knocked his whole mouthpiece off. Jameson Williams with 10 receptions.
Jameson Williams, what a night. What a night by Jameson Williams. 10 receptions, 160 yards, a touchdown. That's a crazy night.
Yeah.
What are they going to call? He's trying to see how he can't do that. What did he do? He can't catch the ball. What is that? You can't just get out the way of the football. But I'm trying to see what the call is here.
Why did he do that though?
Who?
Jameson Williams.
Because if he caught it, he probably would have got stopped and he would have lost 2 to 3 yards. So it's best to let it go out of bounds and could be passed. I'm not sure what the call is, but it looks as if the ref was like, you can't just get out the way. You got to catch the ball.
Is that a penalty?
No, it's not a penalty.
Just refusing to catch the ball?
No, it's not. It's not anything.
Is that a non-football act?
What? I don't know what to call. It looks as if they're trying to call something on Alabama. I'm not sure what the call is.
Let's see what they say.
This is a new call.
Wow.
Intentional ground. Whoa.
Ineligible?
And we have to go back and look at the set. Maybe it was too many people on the line of scrimmage. He was considered how was he ineligible? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he's ineligible. Have to go back and look at the set. Wait, I'm not sure why he's ineligible, but the flag is for intentional grounding. He threw the ball to Jameson Williams. They said James Williams was an ineligible wide receiver.
Did he back up too much?
No, you can't. You're a receiver. I'm trying to maybe.
When does a receiver become ineligible?
I don't know. I never know.
He's on the field.
I never seen an ineligible wide receiver. I'm not sure
Can
about
somebody
that.
in the chat explain that?
No, I don't think I don't think no
ineligible?
one can. I've never seen an ineligible receiver. If Bryce Young is gonna take off on a play. Oh, Lord! Oh,
that man, need to slide, man.
Woo. Welcome,
You know he's
Jay
shaking
Ward
up.
with a big hit on Bryce Young.
He trying to act hard. You know he got should go by that, man.
Woo.
You got to slide early. Boom.
But to be honest, he got it pretty quickly. But everybody, if you play football for usually those are the hits you don't feel. When somebody hits you that hard, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably when you hit the ground, probably hurts it the worst. But the impact, you don't really feel most of those hits. It was a big hit though. He probably got it pretty quickly.
Derek Williams, welcome to the chat. Yeah, for those of y'all that know, Justin played football in high school. He played receiver, but they had him playing every position out there.
Well, is another Nick Saban called timeout. Nick Saban is mad at the moment. I don't know what's going on, a false start or what's the play. Nick Saban is fired up, really upset at the moment, but
It's targeting.
no, he that's a perfect hit. He did his shoulder, he leveled his shoulder.
It looked like he hit his head.
Yeah, it looked.
He didn't
Bryce
lead
Young
with his
head
head.
went. Yeah, Bryce Young head just went back. Yo, Nick Saban look like where he at.
He getting flashbacks from Tua. Is all right? This is an ugly game. It's a weird game. Appreciate you tuning in though to the TDA Watch Party. KR Martin, 2007. Welcome to the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push
Hit
the
the button. Push the button if you haven't already. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with Alabama football. We have Alabama football entertainment, news, updates, everything you need right here on Touchdown Alabama. And we can plug this TDA app. Make sure you download the app. The link is in the description. All Alabama football news, notes, information, updates that you need will come straight to your phone. Breaking news notifications straight to your phone. You don't have to go searching for nothing nowhere. Come straight to you. Download the app. The link is in the description. Android, iPhone. Go check that out. Jordan Johnson Jefferson says this is a fix. Says the game is fixed. Brian Rochelle, welcome to the chat. Brian Rochelle says that was targeting on the last play. It looked like they hit helmets to me. I don't know. But, it's over with now.
Yeah, that's the call that I was kind of like lost on, the intentional grounding. Only way I can see that, I forget his name now. Jameson Williams was an ineligible wide receiver if he was on the line of scrimmage and an offensive lineman or a tight end was not on the line of scrimmage and they were the somebody had to be the eligible receiver is what I'm saying. Like if he wasn't eligible, then one of the offensive linemen or a tight end had to be eligible to catch a pass, or maybe it was a misalignment by Alabama.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how he became ineligible.
Yeah, that's the only way I can see it. One of the offensive linemen probably were off of the football, or not on the line of scrimmage, and they were considered eligible. That's what I'm guessing. And Alabama has pretty much ran the same set the entire game. It's really weird that happened. It's really weird.
But I think Jameson Williams kind of knew what was going on, which is why he didn't catch the ball. So I'm trying to see what happened.
Oh, it was more so about the line, the way it's lined up, because maybe a person. Nick Saban is upset about the targeting. Maybe I didn't see targeting. I had to go back and see it myself.
I think it was targeting. Yeah, he hit him.
He leveled his shoulder. Yeah, look, he leveled his shoulder. Like he put his shirt and shoulder.
Man,
I get what you're saying.
It's been calls like that though. They call targeting.
His helmet did hit. It was helmet to helmet, but by the rule, I think
Bryce Young did
you look
go.
at the rule, he led with the shoulder. That's why they're not going to call it. But I definitely
Yeah.
saw the helmet to helmet from that angle. I saw the helmets collide. Their helmets definitely collided, but he led with his shoulder. He's gonna get away with it. And Bryce Young's gonna go down. Gonna be a script sack.
He stripped the ball.
I'm pretty. Emil Ekiyor looked like he recovered it though.
LSU defender, like jet fuel got.
LSU has it. Emil Ekiyor looked like he had it, but LSU has it. 3:25 left. Alabama's defense is going to have to step up one more time for the Crimson Tide to look like tonight.
He got back there so quick, and he number 31.
Thought Emil Ekiyor had it, but he couldn't get it.
Slipped out of his Ekiyor's hands.
If Alabama is able to escape, I know I said Alabama has a chance against Georgia. It's going to be hard for Alabama to defeat a good defense because the ingredients and the recipe to stop Bryce Young is obvious. Until it looks as if it's obvious right now. You have to get pressure on him.
Yeah.
That's what Texas A&M did. That's what LSU has done successfully. And that seems to be the recipe. That seems to be what you need to stop Alabama's offense. And Georgia has all of that. And some other guys down the line, Arkansas, Auburn, talented teams are going to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's a problem
before.
Alabama's going to have to face.
That's what I was saying. If you want to beat Alabama, this is the year because there's so many weaknesses, and they're clear. You can just study some tape and learn them.
Yeah, you're going to, yeah. I think
That's what Texas A&M did.
The amount of pressure that Bryce Young is going to see, I don't know how successful New Mexico State will be able to take advantage of it, but the amount of pressure that Bryce Young is going to see against Arkansas and Auburn is going to be crazy. I think it's just going to be consistent pressure for him throughout the rest of the season. LSU Max Johnson drops back, tipped the ball in the air.
Oh, nice tip.
Dallas Turner and Will Anderson are combining to be great outside linebackers.
Tipped the ball off. Will Anderson got up there, tipped the ball off. Dallas Turner almost caught it.
Okay, then we behind. I see. Trying to see who said that. Running more ineligible can happen. Ineligible can happen when the receiver goes out of bounds, not forced. Yeah. He wasn't out of bounds. I know you said he can't. He said he can't watch the game, but no, he wasn't out of bounds. He just was. He said he was covered up. That's what's the explanation. He was covered up, so he was not eligible.
Nice pressure.
Who got home? Who was that? Who got home?
I think that was that Will?
DeMarco Helms got home. Big hit by Helms.
DeMarco Helms with the blitz.
Helms rarely is called to blitz. Like we see Alabama usually sends Malachi or Brian Branch on the blitz, which they are not really successful at doing. I don't think Alabama fans really recognize how much Malachi Moore and Brian Branch blitz because they never get home. But DeMarco Helms was able to get home on that play. He may be the guy that Alabama needs to call on sometimes to create some more pressure in terms of defensive backs blitz.
That was kind of risky, I think. That was pretty far, but he got it done.
Yeah, that was a long blitz. He was a safety. He was a deep safety almost, and he had to come down pretty far to make that tackle.
He could have easily threw the ball. He just didn't. He couldn't throw it in time.
Yeah, nice time blitz by P. Golding on that play. Nice way to come down by DeMarco Helms, known to be a headhunter on Alabama's defense. He's one of those guys who like to make big hits, which is one of the reasons why he struggles at times to make consistent tackles, because when you're trying to make those big hits, you're not all the time making efficient tackles all the time. Everyone will be able to express their frustrations tonight in our live post-game show with Stephen M. Smith, Pat Dodd. They will have a lot of information because they are in this great environment. Night game, close game. Bryant-Denny Stadium is going berserk, I'm pretty sure. 4th and 9 for the LSU Tigers. Alabama sends in blitz, an all-out blitz. Alabama's defense has played pretty good tonight. 14 points against anybody is good.
Yeah.
If you can limit them to
It's-
14
they,
points. Hopefully, Alabama's for them to close out this game. Hopefully, Bill O'Brien can pass the football. But that was an all-out blitz. This basically Alabama used LSU's strategy for the whole night. That's what LSU basically did a couple of times. Basically, was an all-out blitz and just man on the back end. Alabama finally did it.
Go on the phone.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, that's an ugly
old
phone.
phone.
That's
That's
an
a-
ugly phone. I don't know what type of phone that is.
80s house phone.
Yeah, they usually have like the cool phone.
Yeah,
You
the
know
skinny
the
one.
cool phone. You know, like the old cool phone, like the
Yeah.
where you can slam it.
He
what
had the
is a
thick-
rotary phone? He don't know what type of phone he has. Got Robbie Oots at fullback. Alabama's going to pound it with Brian Robinson most likely.
Nice.
LSU can only stop the clock one time.
Will Anderson with 12 tackles tonight.
Yeah, like I told you, John. Like I've seen him have some big games. We can go back and take a look at the stat line. And you're like, when did this happen? Because he sometimes quietly is just disruptive. But tonight, I've seen those big plays. I've seen him make some big plays tonight.
12 tackles tonight for Will Anderson.
Yeah, I think Alabama
Bryce
is.
Young has 302 yards. Brian Robinson only has 20.
12 carries on 20 yards on 12 carries.
Brian
That's
Robinson has
crazy.
20 rushing yards
Yeah, that's crazy.
with a touchdown.
He has a touchdown. Yeah, LSU's defense and their game plan that their coaches put together was really good. They were really solid tonight.
You have to give props to LSU for handling this game how they have with their
And they are continuing to fight. They are continuing to fight. Now Alabama has to pass the ball on third down, but this game is definitely not over. That's the first thing to say. This game is far from over. There's still a lot of time left in this game, in this matchup. And you just tell by looking at the Alabama fan base at the moment, they know
nervous.
that there's still time left on the clock. And Alabama's defense may be called on again to close out this game. And if they are able to close out this game, I think you have to take your hats off to the way that they played.
Yeah. They was basically missing everybody, quote unquote. Like they was missing their whole team.
Yeah, and
They pulled this off. They
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
Bama to 0 going into the second quarter. They scored first.
Is Oregon finally separated from Washington now? They lead 17-9. But we see who lost in the top 10. Wake Forest lost. I think the biggest change right now is Michigan
Wake
State
Forest.
losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how the rankings are set up. Cincinnati is definitely not going into the top 4 next week. Ohio State is going
So
into their
think-
4th spot.
Well,
Ohio State
what
is
if-
going to their 4th
What if
spot.
Michigan State and Oregon lose? What you think is gonna happen then?
Cincinnati has to be in the top 4. If they are not in the top 4, there's no chance that they can even make the college football playoffs because it's nothing they can do to strengthen their resume. And even because basically if Michigan State loses and Oregon loses, disaster has happened in front of them, and they still aren't able to get into the top 4. But Alabama's going to go into I formation. Robbie Oots in the backfield. It looks as if Alabama is going to just get the ball to their defense. Alabama's going to go on a play action. Didn't fool a soul.
Dang.
They didn't fool no one.
John Rocks, welcome to the chat. Car Tire is in here. Uh-oh. What's happening, Car Tire?
Who were they trying to fool? They didn't even.
Malai Uli. Welcome to the chat.
What type of play was that?
I don't know. Was he trying to throw it or
Yeah, I don't.
run?
it's going to be a lot of criticism by Bill O'Brien's play calling. I think Pete Golden might be left off the hook this week.
He's still not gonna get props though.
Yeah, he probably get props.
The defense is the star of this game.
Yeah. He might get left off the hook this game. Of course, he's gonna get some criticism because it's Pete Golden. Almost it's like him and criticism can separate themselves. Yeah, that's gonna be heartbreaking for Alabama. Their football team and their fans of those kicks that they are showing right now come back to hunt them.
It's Paul Tyson, man.
Yeah, it was bad holes. It was bad holes both times, which is something they have not had to worry about.
They practice. Jaleel Billingsley is the backup long snapper.
Alabama has not won yet. It's still 59 seconds left. A lot of time. We've seen people win in 1 second. Good job, Burnip.
Remember that kick six?
It would have been really dangerous for Alabama. 50 seconds left. Alabama's defense is going to have to step up.
It said, lie.
Yeah, Alabama is definitely not won. Alabama is definitely not won yet. Alabama needs their defense to pull off this one. Alabama up 20-14. We have a great game. A great finish. Alabama look as if they are playing off, giving a lot of cushion to the LSU wide receivers. Of course, you do this because LSU does not have any timeouts left. And Dallas Turner is going to get home. Big sack by Dallas Turner. Did he get the strip sack? Dallas Turner with a huge game. Huge game by Dallas Turner. Big game by Dallas Turner coming up with a sack. The clock is running. True freshman Dallas Turner with a great game overall.
Yeah. Dallas Turner stepping up for sure.
Yeah, great play by Dallas Turner as LSU did get a pass at next play. So great play by a true freshman in Turner getting home. Guy who came to Alabama because he saw what Will Anderson did. And he said he wanted to do it. Now they are complimenting each other in what could be a huge win for Alabama in the later part of the season. 21 seconds left. A lot can happen. A lot can happen here.
Nice.
Looking
Brian
for the
Branch with the coverage.
Gonna be 4th and 9. 18 seconds left.
Ken Lasoria said, "Are we not ready after 9 games?" Hey man, everybody plays Bama different. It's a different animal. It's a different team.
It's sometimes you have tough games. I think sometimes you just have tough games. Of course, LSU is struggling. They're depleted, but they play tough. I can't take anything away from what LSU did against Alabama tonight. And sometimes you just have a team who's going to come in and play you hard. And LSU is going to look deep. He's going to get it off. Did he get out of bounds? He got out of bounds. 9 seconds left. Now they're going to take a deep shot.
This team has had.
They're going to be at the 50-yard line almost. Alabama's probably going to be in prevent. You get one more play here. One stop. Yeah, it could be 2 plays.
This is
could be 2 plays.
Critical for Bama's defense here. He caught it. He got out.
One more play. This could be it for this is ball game. This is ball game.
Pretty sure y'all will see the outcome before us.
Did something happen? Did it? Right rush on the did the play happen already? Did we miss it? They got a good shot here.
I don't know.
5 seconds. LSU trying to come up with a huge win against Alabama. Max Johnson drop back. Dallas Turner. Flag holding most likely. Alabama probably won. It's going to be holding. 4th quarter game. Alabama probably did not play the entire 4 quarters. But the defense played.
Yeah.
I think the defense played a complete.
Defense
probably a complete game, but they played 4 quarters in my mind.
The defense saved this game for sure. Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, Alabama's going to pick up their 8th win of the season. A tough win. Sometimes it takes it. Sometimes it's like that.
2014, Alabama. Another weird game. Did not expect this. A very low scoring game. Bama did not. They did not score in the fourth quarter. Nobody scored in the fourth quarter. So that was that was down to the wire for real. Alabama fans are mad.
Per usual.
What we're gonna do though, we are going to end the live. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna get ready for this post-game call-in show. So what we're gonna do is have the Saban presser. Stephen Smith and Patrick Dow are at the stadium, so they're going to the Nick Saban press conference, which he's talking on camera right now. He'll head to the press conference. We will upload that press conference, and then we will have the post-game show with Stephen Smith, Patrick Dow. You can call in, give your opinions, and that will be up next. But we're going to end the live to give room for them and give room for the uploads. And appreciate you all for tuning in. This game was a defensive game, as you can see the score looking like an old school score, 14-20. People expected a blowout. Games are just going how you don't expect this year.
yeah. I think many expected a blowout, but I think it's a good game by Alabama. Like you said, you guys can express all your frustrations and everything that you feel about this game with Stephen Smith and Pat Dodd on that live post-game show. A lot to talk about. A lot of players stood out. A lot to discuss for the upcoming week with Alabama getting a break in terms of possibly the level of competition with New Mexico State heading into town.
Yeah, definitely call in. Give your thoughts. But we're going to end this live. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining the TDA Watch Party. I'm John Ivory. This is Justin Smith. Justin, you have any closing words?
Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Stay locked in with us on our YouTube page and on our official website at touchdownalabama.com.
Sure. Make sure you like the show before you leave if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe if you want Alabama football content. The best updates, entertainment, news, information, everything. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, look out, subscribe so you can get that notification about the post-game show. So subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll get the notifications, and we will see you next time, next Saturday, right here, New Mexico State, but we will be here at the watch party. So peace.